Okay.
It's now time for a KBRF Sports Video streaming presentation. Tonight's game is proudly brought to you by Park Region and your Park Region telephone scoreboard, Lake Region Healthcare and your Lake Region Healthcare timeouts, Minnesota Motor Company and your Minnesota Motor Company halftime show, Nelson Auto Center and your Nelson starting lineups, Quality Toyota and your Quality Toyota player of the game, Midwest Printing, Running Stitches Embroidery, Ashby Schools, and by Underwood Insurance Agency. Now let's head out for the pregame.
Well, good evening, everyone. We're live from Rothsay School, where tonight we have a Little 8 9-man football for you right here on KJ Country. We're also streaming live on the Fergus Now app and on the KBRF YouTube channel. Jason Retzloff with you here tonight. Dave Bishop taking care of the duties on the engineering with our live stream, and happy to be with you here with this Little 8 9-man matchup. It's the Underwood Rockets at the Rothsay Tigers. Rainy day throughout, but no rain right now, so things drying up a little bit, and it's turning out to be not too bad of an evening for football. A little breezy, but should be a good night. We're in the low to mid 60s, well, 66 degrees to be exact, and looking forward to what should be a good matchup between these two teams. So we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll talk about both teams in these upcoming segments. We'll also have our Nelson Auto Center starting lineups as well in this pregame show. It's Underwood at Rothsay High School 9-man football. We'll take a break and back with more in just a moment.
At Underwood Insurance, your peace of mind is their priority. From home to auto, farm to commercial, they've got you covered with unbeatable rates and personalized plans. Call 826-6772 or stop by their Main Street office in Underwood. Get your quote today, and remember, go Rockets!
What's your number?
I drove 113 miles.
And I drove 124 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
At Ashby Public Schools, excellence is our tradition. Small school, big impact, lasting legacy. We nurture talents through academics, athletics, and community service. Experience the Ashby difference. Visit ashby.k12.mn.us.
Every team has a home field advantage. Make yours the internet from Park Region. With speeds that keep up with the pace of the game and the reliability to never miss a play, you'll always be connected. Get the internet that's always in your corner. Park Region, your home team's internet advantage.
Lake Region Healthcare is proud to be trusted and recommended by parents and coaches, athletes, and families. Keeping healthcare close to home for local athletes and all their fans. Find us online at lrhc.org.
Where to eat, the ultimate culinary adventure, from signature dishes to chef recommendations.
As your food review professionals, you can find us at KBRFradio.com, the Fergus Now app, and on YouTube.
Tune in every first Friday of the month for new episodes.
Check us out, and we'll show you where to eat.
Midwest Printing in Fergus Falls is proud to support our local high school sports teams. From big business projects or even just a few flyers, they've got you covered with quality printing and personal service. Call Midwest Printing in Fergus Falls.
At Underwood Insurance, your peace of mind is their priority. From home to auto, farm to commercial, they've got you covered with unbeatable rates and personalized plans. Call 826-6772 or stop by their Main Street office in Underwood. Get your quote today, and remember, go Rockets!
And welcome back here to Rothsay. 9-man high school football tonight. It's Hillcrest at Rothsay. It's homecoming weekend here at Rothsay. A lot of homecoming going on. There's homecoming Fergus Falls tonight, I know, and at M State here this weekend, and they're having their festivities. They just introduced the royalty a few moments ago, but we're ready for some football here in just a little bit with with Underwood at Rothsay. And let's start out with the home team, the Rothsay Tigers. The Tigers are 1-2 on the year. They started their season on August 28th with a loss at Kitson County Central, 33-20. Then they played Hillcrest at home, and that was my slip of the tongue. I was at that game with Hillcrest at Rothsay. It was a good, entertaining football game, 36-20. The Comets scored late to stretch that out, but it was a competitive game throughout. And then the Tigers got their first win of the season last week at Ortonville, and they were able to cruise to a 36-6 win to get their first win of the season. Both teams tonight are 1-2 coming into this game. I spoke with Rothsay head coach Joel Meyer before the game. Some keys he brought up was at the battle of the line of scrimmage, and that's what it is so often at every level of football, but especially at the high school level. Who's going to be in control of the line and contain the other team's rushing game, or create the rushing opportunities throughout the game, and then capitalize on turnovers, which is a kind of a universal key for any football game. But winning the turnover battle, and spoiler alert, that's what Rick Herrig for Underwood talked about as well too, is the turnover battle will be key, and getting those takeaways will be a big advantage to whoever wins that matchup. So we'll take another break. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit about the visiting team, the Underwood Rockets, head coach Rick Herrig. So quick break, and back with more on our pregame show. You're watching and listening to high school football on KJ Country. We're also streaming live on the Fergus Now app and the KBRF YouTube station.
At Underwood Insurance, your peace of mind is their priority. From home to auto, farm to commercial, they've got you covered with unbeatable rates and personalized plans. Call 826-6772 or stop by their Main Street office in Underwood. Get your quote today, and remember, go Rockets!
Chevy Truck Month is back at Minnesota Motor Company in Fergus Falls. To celebrate, customers can take advantage of finance offers like 2.9% APR, price reductions, trade assistance, customer cash, and more. Contact the sales team for information and visit the Minnesota Motor Company website to view their impressive inventory. Together, let's drive.
Minnesota Motor.
South Pebble Lake Road, Fergus Falls.
At Ashby Public Schools, excellence is our tradition. Small school, big impact, lasting legacy. We nurture talents through academics, athletics, and community service. Experience the Ashby difference. Visit ashby.k12.mn.us.
Every team has a home field advantage. Make yours the internet from Park Region. With speeds that keep up with the pace of the game and the reliability to never miss a play, you'll always be connected. Get the internet that's always in your corner. Park Region, your home team's internet advantage.
Midwest Printing in Fergus Falls is proud to support our local high school sports teams. From big business projects or even just a few flyers, they've got you covered with quality printing and personal service. Call Midwest Printing in Fergus Falls.
What's your number?
We drove 5.2 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
I drove 7 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
At Underwood Insurance, your peace of mind is their priority. From home to auto, farm to commercial, they've got you covered with unbeatable rates and personalized plans. Call 826-6772 or stop by their Main Street office in Underwood. Get your quote today, and remember, go Rockets!
And welcome back here, the pregame show. It's Underwood at Rothsay, 9-man high school football tonight. And we talked about the Rothsay Tigers in the previous segment. We'll talk about the Underwood Rockets. Rockets have the same record as the Tigers. They're 1-2 on the season. And the Rockets started off their season with a loss at home to Badger Greenbush Middle River. 44-18 was the final in that one. Then on September 5th, went on the road and won at Ortonville. 42-6 was the final there. Drew Evelvold, 97 yards rushing with a touchdown. Quentin Beskey had 9 carries, 86 yards, a pair of touchdowns. And Brock Resch had a 25-yard touchdown reception. Also Levi Evelvold and Kaysen Leroy with touchdowns in that one. Then last week, the Rockets fell at home to Fertile Beltrami, and the final score in that one was 40-6. And talking with Rick Herrick, head coach for the Rockets, he talked about the Tigers and their speed. They're athletic and quick and containing some of their excellent weapons that they have. He also talked about turnovers in the offensive line, that Rothsay has an experienced offensive line, and it'll be a tall task for Underwood to handle that offensive line as well, and then taking care of the ball, protecting the football, and winning that time of possession will be key. A couple of the leaders were able to get some statistics for Underwood coming into this one. Their quarterback, Drew Evelvold, 6'1", 160-pound senior. He is 12 for 25 throwing the ball this year at a 48% clip for 238 yards. He's got a pair of touchdown passes, 4 interceptions on the year. He's also the leading rusher for Underwood with 26 carries for 219 yards on the season. That's about 8.5 yards per carry. He's got four rushing touchdowns. Levi Evelvold and Quentin Beskey are the next top rushers for Underwood. Evelvold averaging 4 yards per carry and 107 yards on the season with a touchdown, and Quentin Beskey with 104 yards on the season and a pair of touchdowns. And, they're going to go with the national anthem here, so we will take a break, and when we return, we'll introduce tonight's starting lineups brought to you by Nelson Auto Center of Fergus Falls. Back with more on the pregame in just a moment.
Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls and Grand Forks is your shopping stop for America's 3 favorite truck brands, Ford, Ram, and GMC. Whether you're towing, hauling, or just enjoying the open road, we have a truck for you. Half, 3/4, and 1 ton, there's a truck for every job. Stop and visit or shop any of our stores at NelsonAutoCenter.com. Nelson Auto Center, Fergus Falls and Grand Forks.
At Underwood Insurance, your peace of mind is their priority. From home to auto, farm to commercial, they've got you covered with unbeatable rates and personalized plans. Call 826-6772 or stop by their Main Street office in Underwood. Get your quote today, and remember, go Rockets!
Midwest Printing in Fergus Falls is proud to support our local high school sports teams. From big business projects or even just a few flyers, they've got you covered with quality printing and personal service. Call Midwest Printing in Fergus Falls.
What's your number?
We drove 25 miles to get a great deal at Quality Toyota.
I drove 7 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
At Ashby Public Schools, excellence is our tradition. Small school, big impact, lasting legacy. We nurture talents through academics, athletics, and community service. Experience the Ashby difference. Visit ashby.k12.mn.us.
Lake Region Healthcare is proud to be trusted and recommended by parents and coaches, athletes, and families. Keeping healthcare close to home for local athletes and all their fans. Find us online at lrhc.org.
Chevy Truck Month is back at Minnesota Motor Company in Fergus Falls. To celebrate, customers can take advantage of finance offers like 2.9% APR, price reductions, trade assistance, customer cash, and more. Contact the sales team for information and visit the Minnesota Motor Company website to view their impressive inventory. Together, let's drive.
Minnesota Motor.
South Pebble Lake Road, Fergus Falls.
At Underwood Insurance, your peace of mind is their priority. From home to auto, farm to commercial, they've got you covered with unbeatable rates and personalized plans. Call 826-6772 or stop by their Main Street office in Underwood. Get your quote today, and remember, go Rockets!
And welcome back here to Rothsay, where we're a few moments away from the opening kickoff between Underwood and Rothsay in high school football. It's time to introduce tonight's starting lineups brought to you by Nelson Auto Center of Fergus Falls. We'll start with the defensive unit for the Underwood Rockets. The Rockets 1-2 on the season. At defensive back, junior number 1, John Groner. Another defensive back, senior number 4, Drew Evelvold. Linebacker, junior number 14, Caden Schmieg. Linebacker, senior number 15, Quentin Beskey. Linebacker, senior number 30, Levi Evelvold. Defensive lineman, junior, number 69, Landon Leach. Defensive lineman, senior, number 72, Braden Solberg. Defensive line, junior, number 88, Evan Bond. And defensive lineman, junior, number 99, Carter Knutson. Rick Herrig is the head coach of the Underwood Rockets. Now the offensive unit for the Rothsay Tigers, 1-2 on the season. Wide receiver, number 2, senior, Brennan Court. Quarterback, number 7, junior Ben Metzger. Wide receiver, number 11, junior Wesley Phillips. Running back, senior, number 22, Dawson Leobo. Running back, senior, number 42, Easton Court. At center, junior, number 58, Trip Meyer. And then the offensive tackles, junior, number 69, Wyatt Irish. And senior, number 77, Logan Brandt. And offensive guard, senior, number 90, Ethan Turchin. And Joel Meyer, the head coach of the Rothsay Tigers. And that is our starting lineups brought to you by Nelson Auto Center on Highway 210 West in Fergus Falls. Okay, ready to go here. The Rockets in white uniforms. with orange letters and numbers, black trim, black pants. The Tigers, the home team tonight, in all blue uniforms with gold numbers. Rockets with black helmets with the orange U on their helmet, and the Tigers blue helmets as well with the gold numbers. And it's going to be Easton Court ready to kick it away for the Tigers. And back deep for Underwood is John Groner. And it also looks like a little hard to see the angle on I think it's Brock Resch as well back there. They're standing at about their own 20-yard line. And Court kicks it away. It is fielded by Groner. And he will bring it up across the 25 to the 30, wrapped up right around the 32, lunges forward to about the 34. And that's where the Rockets will start their first drive here tonight. And we'll see how what both coaches talked about, winning that battle of the line, winning the takeaway battle as well. And we'll see how that pans out. Underwood will have the ball first. Brock Resch, the junior wide receiver, will go out wide left. And the quarterback, Drew Evelvold, directing some traffic. Now they're getting some new personnel in. Hustling in off the sideline is Mason Christensen. Mason Christensen, he's been out with injury, but Coach Herrig talked about how they're excited to have Mason back. And here is the pitch going to the right side and brought down for a short gain, a couple of yards on the gain. And on the carry, that was Quentin Beskey. And right in there on the tackle for Rothsay, I believe, was Brennan Court. And Beskey picks up a pair of yards. Well, only about a yard actually on the play. And it'll be 2nd down and 9 for Underwood, just shy of the 36-yard line. We're 30 seconds into this game. We'll try to get some updates tonight from Fergus Falls. It's homecoming there as well. Zimmerman at Fergus Falls, West Central area at Ashby, Brandon, Evansville. We'll also try to get some Border West Hillcrest updates too. Back to pass, looking deep down the middle of the field. It is caught. It's Groner to the 20, 15, 10, and no one will catch him. It's an Underwood Rocket touchdown, and I do not see any flags on the field. And just like that, the Rockets, a 64-yard touchdown strike. Drew Evelvold to John Groner, and the big play right off the bat. And Underwood takes a 6-0 lead. Wow. That was quick on a 2nd down and 9. And Groner was left wide open down the middle of the field and was able to bring it in. And he's had I know he's had one other big touchdown on the season as well for Underwood, as the Rockets will go for 2. And Evelvold goes under center. And here is the handoff up the middle, trying to move forward but unable to get across the line was Levi Evelvold on that 2-point conversion attempt. So 2-point conversion fails, but the Rockets get on the board quickly. The big touchdown strike, Evelvold to Groner, and it's 6-0 Rockets. Quick break. We'll be back with the ensuing kickoff in just a moment.
Lake Region Healthcare is proud to be trusted and recommended by parents and coaches, athletes, and families. Keeping healthcare close to home for local athletes and all their fans. Find us online at lrhc.org.
6-0 Underwood with the early lead. It was a big strike. Drew Evelvold finding John Groner for the touchdown. 64 yards is what it was, and the Rockets couldn't get the 2-point conversion to go, but they take the quick lead, and they will kick it away. And Isaac Fox with the kick. It deflects off one of the Tigers, and hustling over to get it and diving back on top of it was Easton Court. It was a line drive kick, deflected, and Easton Court able to get on it before any Rocket was able to get to it. The field position will not be bad for Rothsay. They'll start at their own 33-yard line, 1st and 10. We'll get our first look at the Tiger offense. Underwood coach Rick Herrig talked about a lot of weapons that Rothsay has, and going wide right will be Wesley Phillips. He's one of those weapons. 3-back set here for the Rockets. And Metzger takes a snap, hands it off. It's Court. He's got some room across the 40-45, trying to break tackles into Rocket territory all the way up to the 44-yard line. And that'll be a run of about 23 yards for Easton Court. So an impressive run there. 23-yard run on the first play for Easton Court. And just like that, the Tigers are in Rocket territory at the 44-yard line where it's 1st and 10. 10:40 to play first quarter. 6-0 Underwood leads on our Park Region scoreboard. And here is Metzger, a little high snap. He's going to keep it. Now it's the option. Flips it over left side and ran out of bounds for a short gain on that run. It was Dawson Lebo. And that's a 3-yard gain. Quentin Beskey ran him out of bounds for Underwood. And it'll be 2nd down and 7 for Rothsay. And the ball right around the 42-yard line. And Metzger will go out of the pistol here this time. And they hand it off. It's Leobo again up the middle. He breaks a tackle, lunging forward. He's getting closer to the first down. He's going to be a little bit short, but good quality yardage there for the Tigers as Leobo takes it up to about the 36-yard line. That's a gain of 6. Levi Evelvold with a tackle for Underwood, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and a couple yards. So 3rd and 2. Just under 10 minutes to play first quarter. And Metzger out of the pistol again here. Swing pass over, and it's overthrown. Tried to get it right over to his receiver, Brennan Court. And that is the first pass attempt is incomplete. So that'll bring up a 4th and short and a pretty big play here. Well, maybe a little miscommunication. Metzger was expecting Court to be maybe on the move, led him out there, and Court, I think, was just expecting to catch and run with it. So 4th and 2. Tigers trying to keep a drive going that started with a lot of promise, an Easton Court 23-yard run, but they got to get 2 yards here to keep this drive going. Metzger takes a snap, hands off, up the middle. Court right there. He's met by a wall of white jerseys. They're going to push him back. And he's going to be short of the first down, and a great defensive stand there by the Underwood Rockets. So Court was met quickly and no gain on the play, and Underwood will take over on downs, 1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line. Yeah, things got going well for Rothsay with a good run, and they had a 3rd and 2 situation and couldn't convert, and Underwood defensive line stepped up big on that rushing attempt by Easton Court, and now the Rockets get the football back with quarterback Drew Evelvold. Wishbone set here. And they pitch it moving to the left. The runner cutting back and up just shy of the 40-yard line to about the 39-yard line. And that'll be about a 3-yard gain for Mason Christensen. So Mason Christensen, he's been out with injury throughout the beginning, and I mentioned Rick Herrig was happy to have an additional offensive weapon back in the rotation for Underwood. So we'll see Mason Christensen running the ball, Quentin Beskey, Levi Evelvold, quarterback Drew Evelvold is the leading rusher for the Rockets. And it'll bring up 2nd down and 7 for the Rockets from their own 39-yard line. Evelvold under center, we get some movement. There's a flag. We'll have our first penalty marker on the field. And it looks like some movement from the Rockets, and that will push them back 5 yards. First penalty of the game. That's always the X factor, too. You have a lot of penalties early in the year, but then as teams get more reps, you expect those penalties to go down or lessen numbers. And that's a key, the field position game, and not having 2nd, 3rd, and long. The Rockets will have a 2nd and 12 here from their own 34-yard line. Evelvold under center, hands off right. Oh, no, he's going to keep it. He's wrapped up, and he's brought down. There's a big play by Easton Court defensively So it fooled me for a moment. I thought Levi Evelvold got the handoff, and it was kept by Drew Evelvold, and he was wrapped up back at the 28-yard line for a loss, and that will be, looks like a 3rd and 18 coming up here. Give the sack to Court on that, I believe was a play action look. So 3rd and long for the Rockets. They'll go 2 receivers right. And I formation back to passes Evelvold. Looking, now scrambling out to his right. He's in a little bit of trouble, steps up, now breaks a tackle and comes out to the right. And after all that running, he maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. Pretty good athleticism by Evelvold, but the Tigers just kept coming, and they just kept coming. And it will be a little bit of a loss there on that run. Good play. Leobo was the one that eventually caught up with him. And I suppose that would go down as another sack. He was looking to throw it early. So a couple sacks there by the Tigers. And now it's 4th and 20 and a punting situation. There's the punter. It's also Drew Evelvold. It's received back at the 42 by Mason Heidecker. He's across the 50. He's got room to the 40, 35, 30 down the sideline. Makes a cutback. He's at the 20. Flag goes down on the field. He's in for a touchdown, but there is a penalty marker on the ground at the 22-yard line. Man, excellent run by Heidecker. If it stands, it'll be a 60-yard punt return for a touchdown, but waiting on the penalty marker here. And ominous for the Tigers, but they're going to have good field position regardless, and it's going to be an illegal block in the back by the Tigers. So that will push them back, but the penalty was the good news for Rothsay is it was once a lot of the return was done. The penalty marker is at the 22-yard line, so they'll mark it back from there. So even though the touchdown was taken off the board, it was still an excellent return by Heidecker, and that'll bring the ball back to the 33-yard line where the Rothsay will have it on the Rocket 33. 6:50 to play first quarter. Rockets lead it 6-0 on our Park Region scoreboard. 3-back set here, and Metzger out of the shotgun. There's the handoff up the middle across the 30, staying on his feet. Now the ball is loose. There's a fumble, and diving on it looks like the Rockets have it. Back at the 18-yard line, yep, it is recovered by Drew Evelvold. And there's that first. The Rockets draw blood on the first takeaway on that fumble. And Drew Evelvold with the fumble recovery. And Underwood will get it back. Man, good field position for the Tigers, and lost the football. And it's 1st and 10. They'll call it the 19-yard line. Rockets at their own 19-yard line with 6:42 to play. First quarter, 6-0. Rockets lead it. High formation here for Underwood. And handoff. Well, no, going to keep it. Drew Evelvold, he's going to keep it. He's brought. But now he loses the football, and now there's a battle. The Tigers might have it back. We'll see what it is. And Tigers have the football. So consecutive takeaways on running plays. It was Drew Evelvold who kept it moving to his left, and it was knocked free. He was going to have maybe a 2 or 3 yard gain, but it was knocked free. I didn't see who got on top of that one. Yeah, but the Tigers, a good defensive play to get the ball right back. And now the Tigers, they're right at the 20-yard line where they'll have it 1st and 10. So some entertainment here in an early going. We got a big touchdown play for the Rockets. Some takeaways here, and Metzger on 1st and 10 takes a snap, hands it off up the middle, and dropped for a short gain on the run. It was Asher Cadle on the carry for the Tigers. He got 3 on the play. Levi Evelvold made the tackle for the Rockets. It'll bring up 2nd down and 7. Asher Cadle, sophomore running back, 5'10", 155 pounds. And 2nd and 7 for the Tigers. Wide right will be Wesley Phillips. 3-back set. And Metzger takes a snap. He's going to keep it. He's going to try to get outside right, and he's tripped up and brought down after a gain of probably 3 or 4 yards inside the 15. And we'll call it a 4-yard run and a 3rd and 3 coming up. Levi Evold another tackle. So Metzger with his first run, and it'll be 3rd down and 3 for Rothsay at the 5.5-minute mark here in the first quarter. So 3rd and 3, big play here. And really just a nice cool evening for football here. The rain decided to go away at the proper time. Give some comfort to the fans here on homecoming. It's 3rd down and 3. Metzger hands it off. It's Court. There's a big wall of jerseys, and the pile is trying to move it. Both sides of the pile trying to move it, and it's going to be just shy of the first down, and it'll bring up 4th and short, 4th and about a yard, as Court gets 2 yards on the play. So 4th and 1 for the Tigers. 4th and 1 at the Underwood 11-yard lines. The Tigers had a 4th and 2 previously, and they were unable to convert. They'll try it again here to keep this going as Metzger comes in after getting instructions from coaching staff on the near sideline. Phillips will go out wide right. 3-back set here for the Tigers. And here's Metzger, pitches it right, and looks like a first down, I believe. It looks like a first down on the run. It was Asher Cadle. And looks like he got about 3 yards, needed a yard. He got 3, and that'll be 1st and goal now for Rothsay. They try to even this up. We're at 4:09 to play, first quarter, on our Park Region scoreboard. And 1st and goal for the Tigers at the Underwood 8-yard line. Phillips wide right again. Cadle behind Metzger in the backfield along with Court. Court, I should say. And there is handoff up the middle. It's Brennan Court with the carry, and not a whole lot there. And that's either it might have been we'll call it no gain on the play. Those angles are tough to see down there on where quite it is. It's somewhere in between that 6 and 8 yard line. Let's give them a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal from the 7. Tigers deliberate here in the huddle, taking their time. Metzger coming out after getting instruction. Now he's moving a little bit quickly. They probably got to get going to beat that play clock. And, yep, it looks like the Tigers, they knew they were running up against the play clock. So they're going to use a timeout before they would get penalized. So we'll take a quick break as well. And it is 6-0. Underwood with the lead, but the Tigers are threatening here in this first quarter. Take a quick break, and we'll be back with more after this Lake Region Healthcare timeout. We'll be back with more right after this.
At Ashby Public Schools, excellence is our tradition. Small school, big impact, lasting legacy. We nurture talents through academics, athletics, and community service. Experience the Ashby difference. Visit ashby.k12.mn.us.
Coming back out of this timeout, our Lake Region Healthcare timeout, 6-0. The Rockets leading the Tigers here in 9-man high school football. Little 8 high school football. Happy to be with you here tonight. We're also streaming live. We are on KJ Country on the radio, also streaming live on the Fergus Now app and the KBRF YouTube channel. And the Tigers trailing Underwood 6-0, but they're threatening. It's 2nd and goal. The Tigers have it at the 7-yard line. In the backfield is Asher Cadle. Metzger, shotgun. He's back to pass. Looks towards the corner of the end zone up, and did he catch it? It is caught. It's a touchdown. That was a well-timed play. And in the end zone, it was Wesley Phillips with a 7-yard touchdown reception. And the Tigers tied up 6 apiece. That was well designed. Metzger had time to throw, and that ball was in the air before Phillips had turned in that direction and went up, leapt. It was not bad coverage by the Rockets, just a good play. And that ties the game up at 6 on our Park Region scoreboard. And the Tigers will go for 2 to try to take the lead. 3 men in motion. And now Metzger, he's going to keep it, try to use his blockers, but brought down quickly. And another 2-point conversion fails. There was a good play, trying to see the angle on that number of who made that play for the Rockets. Right when you need the player to turn and make the angle so you can see who made the play. I think it might have been Landon Leach on that play, number 69. So a good play there for the Rockets, and that keeps the score tied at 6. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back where the Tigers will kick it back up off to the Rockets with 2:53 to play first quarter. Back with more in a moment.
What's your number?
We drove 25 miles to get a great deal at Quality Toyota.
I drove 7 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
Back here at Rothsay, 6 apiece is the score. Underwood scored first. It was a beautiful big play. 11:01 to play in the first quarter. John Groner, a 64-yard touchdown reception from Drew Evelvold. The 2-point conversion failed. Underwood led 6-0 at that point. Tigers with after the Tigers fumbled away to Underwood. Underwood fumbled away on the next play, and it was Wesley Phillips, an 11-yard touchdown reception, and that tied the game at 6. There's a kickoff, and here comes a return for the Rockets across the 35 and up to about the 38-yard line. On the return is Brock Resch, and that is where the Rockets will start this drive with 2:47 to play first quarter. Mentioned some other games we'll try to get updates on. Zimmerman at Fergus Falls. Mark Johnson's covering that one over on Channel 977. Bob Roars is with the West Central area at Ashby Brandon Evansville game on Real Rock Z103. And also I'm hoping I got some scouts. Hillcrest, big game in the Little 8. Hillcrest is at Border West. We'll try to get some updates on that one as well throughout the evening. As the Rockets coming to the line of scrimmage, led by their senior quarterback, Drew Evelvold, and he will go under center. Wishbone set here for the Rockets. And here's the handoff, and not much there. It was Quentin Beskey on the carry. And he might have lost a yard. It's going to be either a loss of a yard or no gain on the play. And we'll call it no gain on the play for Beskey. So second down, it is a loss of a yard on the play. So it'll be second down and 11 for the Rockets from their own 37-yard line. Wishbone again here for the Rockets. Handoff, it's Christensen this time. He's got a little bit of room, tries to leapfrog over a man. Good little run up to about the 44-yard line. That's a gain of about 7 for Christensen. And that'll make it a more manageable third down situation for the Rockets, about 3rd down and 5 on the play. So 3rd and 5 from their own 44-yard line. We're at 1:40 to play first quarter. Evelvold giving instructions to his teammates up to the line. No receivers out wide. It's Evelvold under center. And now we got a whistle. Flag goes down. Looks like some movement on the Rockets. So the Rockets, this is going to be the second time that they're going to be pushed back for a false start, and that's a key one. And a 3rd and 5. In a 3rd and 5 situation, that's going to make it a 3rd and 10. So that'll move the ball back to the 39-yard line. And 3rd and 10 yards to go for Underwood. They've thrown the ball one time. It was for a big one, a 64-yard touchdown to John Groner. We'll see if the Rockets try to throw. They don't have any receivers right now. And there's the option. They pitch it back and trying to find some room, but wrapped up and brought down for a gain of a couple yards on that run. That was Mason Christensen. Lebo with a nice tackle as the Tigers converge quickly. And that's a gain of 3, and it's going to bring up 4th down and 7. And a punting situation for Underwood. So 4th and 7. And the punter for Underwood is also their quarterback. It's Drew Evevold. And Tigers back at their own 33, ready to receive a line drive kick. Good kick. It bounces over the head of Heidecker. He goes back to pick it up at the 18. He gets by one man. Good move to the 25-30, and he's brought down at about the 31-yard line. Good move by Heidecker to get 12 or 13 yards on the return. He had a great return, his first punt return that he ran for a touchdown, except it was called back with a penalty. And that will give the Tigers the ball at the 32-yard line where they'll have it 1st and 10. 16.7 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Later on in our broadcast, we'll have our Minnesota Motor Company halftime report. Minnesota Motor located on South Pebble Lake Road in Fergus Falls. So tied up at 6 here. Tail end of the first quarter. Out wide left is Wesley Phillips. He had the touchdown that tied the game just a little bit ago. Metzger. Pistol formation. Leobo in the backfield. They pitch it to Lebo. He's outside and forced out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. Tackle there made by Quentin Beskey. And Lebo looks like he got about 3 or 4. It'll be a 4-yard run for Lebo. He's got 3 carries for 12 yards in the game. And he was forced out of bounds, so that will stop the clock. 12 and a half seconds to go here in the first quarter. Lebo in the backfield. Well, it will be a 3-back set this time. Metzger will work out of the shotgun. Phillips is out wide right. And Metzger looking. He's got the option. He's going to keep it. He's across the 40. He's got a first down. He's still going, and he's tripped up right at about the 49-yard line, and that'll be a 13-yard run for Metzger. So that'll be a first down. Go 1st and 10, Rothsay at their own 49-yard line, and that will be the final play of the first quarter as the clock ticks away. Entertaining first quarter of play. We had some beautiful touchdowns converted by both teams, some turnovers that shook things up, and after one quarter of play, we're all even, 6 apiece on our Park Region Service Beyond the Connection scoreboard. So we will take a break, and we'll be back with second quarter action in just a moment.
Chevy Truck Month is back at Minnesota Motor Company in Fergus Falls. To celebrate, customers can take advantage of finance offers like 2.9% APR, price reductions, trade assistance, customer cash, and more. Contact the sales team for information and visit the Minnesota Motor Company website to view their impressive inventory. Together, let's drive. Minnesota Motor. South Pebble Lake Road, Fergus Falls.
At Underwood Insurance, your peace of mind is their priority. From home to auto, farm to commercial, they've got you covered with unbeatable rates and personalized plans. Call 826-6772 or stop by their Main Street office in Underwood. Get your quote today, and remember, go Rockets!
And we are back here, and Rothsay ready to go for the second quarter. And like I said, really entertaining first quarter of play. We had a 64-yard touchdown reception by John Groner that got Underwood on the board. Then Wesley Phillips had an 11-yard touchdown reception. Beautiful timing between Metzger and Phillips on that one. A couple turnovers. Right now, Rothsay has the ball, 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line. And Metzger takes a snap, trying to break out left. able to shake off a tackle. He's across the 45. He's got a first down and down to the 39-yard line, and that's a 12-yard run for Metzger. So Metzger, a few effective runs here. So he's had runs of 13 and a run of 12. 3 carries, 29 yards for the game, and he's down to the probably the 38-yard line. Or it's 1st and 10. Tigers in Underwood territory. The wide right is Phillips. 3-back set for the Tigers. Metzger takes the snap, hands it off. It's Leobo going up the middle, up to the 35. Moves forward to about the 33. Dawson Leobo picks up 4 or 5 yards on the play. 4-yard run for Leobo, and it's 2nd down and 6. Landon Leach with a tackle there for the Rockets. We're under 11 minutes to play, 2nd quarter. 2nd down and 6 for the Tigers at the Underwood 34-yard line. Phillips out to the right. And back to pass, Metzger. He's looking. He wants Phillips down the right sideline. It is incomplete. Just overthrew him by a fraction. Right there, just missed him. Metzger over on the sideline. And you see a little bit of a frustrated smile. He knew he had him. It was not a bad throw. It was just slightly overthrown. And it's an incomplete pass. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 6. And the Tigers, that was a well-run play. They had it. And Phillips, he's a good receiver. He's got speed, and he's tough to keep track of, and that's what Rick Harrod talked about. Big players for Rothsay that they have to contain. Now Metzger, the option, flips it over to Lebo, trying to work his way through, but he's tripped up, and he's well short. In fact, it looks like about no gain on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th and 5, so no gain on the play for Dawson Leobo. And it'll be 4th and 6 for Rothsay at the Underwood 34-yard line. Rockets stopped the Tigers earlier in the first quarter on a 4th and 2. A little bit of a longer situation here on a 4th and 6 coming up. Under 10 minutes to play, 2nd quarter. Tigers hustling their personnel in and out quickly here. Rocket fans on the far sideline on their feet trying to get their team going. Back to pass. Metzger looking down the sideline. It is complete. That on the left side to Court. He's forced out of bounds on the big play inside the 5. It was Easton Court. Another well-timed play. Metzger to Court. And it's going to be 1st and goal. And it looks like the ball is maybe at about the 4-yard line. A 30-yard reception for Court. Metzger is now 2 of 4, throwing the ball for 37 yards. And 1st and goal, Rothsay at the Underwood 4-yard line. What a clutch play there for the Tigers on 4th and 6. And they had to have the timing right there perfectly, and they pulled it off. Here's Metzger out of the shotgun, handoff. Here's Lebo up the middle. Tried to bounce off a man, but the white wall is right there. One of the guys on the tackle there for the Rockets was Levi Evold. And that's no gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down and goal. We're at 9:12 to play, 2nd quarter. Rothsay 6, Underwood 6. Tigers are trying to break that tie as they are down at about the 5-yard line here now. Yeah, they looks like Leobo lost a yard on that play actually. So it'll be 2nd and goal from the 5. Leobo flank to the left of Metzger. Out wide right is Heidecker. Phillips to the left. Back to pass. He's looking for Heidecker. Pass is incomplete, but the flag is going to go down. It's going to be pass interference, it looks like, on the Rockets. John Groner on the coverage and made some contact with Heidecker. Heidecker before. Coach Herrig felt that Groner was making a play on the ball, and let's wait for the official call here. Still waiting for the signal. It is pass interference on Underwood, to the chagrin of Coach Herrig on that one, but that is going to be half the distance of the goal. Third penalty on Underwood. And it is still second down. So second down and goal probably from the 2.5 or the 3, probably the 3-yard line. And here's Metzger, pistol formation, a receiver out to each side. Here's Leobo on the handoff, picked up, brought down to me. Well, yeah, Leobo on the carry. Yeah, and he was brought down. I got confused. There was another body that lunged forward. It looked like it was a ball carrier, but it was just one of the linemen, and it's going to be a loss on the play of a yard. Rockets' run defense has had their moments tonight. Done a good job on Leobo. Leobo with 7 carries for 14 yards. And it's third and goal now from the 4. 8 minutes to play second quarter. Metzger's had some success running. He's had 3 carries for 30 yards. So let's see what the Tigers do. Leobo in the backfield along with the Courts. 3-back set. Phillips out to the left. Here's Metzger, pitches it left. Here's Leobo. He's got some room this time and is able to scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. That is a 4-yard touchdown run. There the blockers were right there for Leobo, and he found the hole that he needed to. And it's a 4-yard touchdown run for Dawson Leobo. And it's 12-6, the Tigers with the lead. Presume they will go for 2 again. Leobo in the backfield. They got that 3-back set. Phillips is out wide right this time. He's matched up with Groner on the defensive side. Now the 3 men go in motion, and the penalty marker goes down, and it's going to be a false start this time on Rothsay. So that'll make the 2-point conversion that much more difficult. First penalty of the game on the Tigers. 7:41 to play, second quarter. Dawson Leobo, a 4-yard touchdown run, gives the Tigers their first lead of the game. So it'll be a 2-point conversion attempt from the 8-yard line. Leobo in the backfield. Phillips will go to the right. And Metzger out of the pistol. Back to pass, looking right across the middle. Incomplete. He was going up the middle, trying to get it to Court out of the backfield. So the pass is incomplete. The 2-point conversion fails, but the Tigers on a 4-yard touchdown run by Dawson Leobo take the lead for the first time, 12-6 on our Park Region scoreboard. Quick break. Back with more Underwood Rothsay football in 30 seconds.
Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls and Grand Forks is your shopping stop for America's 3 favorite truck brands, Ford, Ram, and GMC. Whether you're towing, hauling, or just enjoying the open road, we have a truck for you. Half, 3/4, and 1 ton, there's a truck for every job. Stop and visit or shop any of our stores at NelsonAutoCenter.com. Nelson Auto Center, Fergus Falls and Grand Forks.
Back here in Rothsay, 12-6, the Tigers with the lead. We do have one scoring update over big game we talked about between 2 of the top teams in the section and in the Little 8. Hillcrest is at Border West in the first quarter. The Comets are up 8-6 to start that one off. I'm sure that'll be a good close battle throughout. We'll try to get scores from Zimmerman at Fergus Falls and West Central area at Ashby, Brandon, Evansville. Hopefully have some updates as the evening progresses. There's the kickoff for the Tigers, takes a bounce, and coming up, it's Resch with the return, wrapped up, brought down, beautiful tackle there made by the Tigers. That was number 67, James Stockinger, and a very good special play there by the junior. He's an offensive guard and a defensive tackle, and a great special teams play there. And the Rockets will have it 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. So Rockets had to punt a couple times. They got the first touchdown of the night on a big strike from Evelvold to Groner for 64 yards. But haven't been able to threaten since. See if they can get some offensive momentum here. Going out, Groner is out right. 2 receivers, in fact, out right. And Evelvold under center. Handoff up the middle and pulling the pile forward across the 40 up to about the 41-yard line on the run. That was Quentin Beskey with the carry. And give him 6 yards on the first play from scrimmage on this drive. Brennan Court makes the tackle for Rothsay. And 2nd down and 4 here coming up for the Rockets from their own 41-yard line. Beskey 3 carries, 6 yards here in the first half. Rockets are led by Mason Christensen, 3 carries, 12 yards so far. And Evelvold under center, I formation, 2 receivers out right. And now there's some movement. And did the Rockets move again, or was it offsides? That could be either or here. Let's see what it is. The other ones you could kind of tell right off the bat that the Rockets had moved, but it looks like it's going to be on. Now we'll just wait. We'll just wait and see. Yeah, it's going to be offsides on the Tigers. So that'll be a 5-yard penalty, and that's going to be a 1st down coming up here for Underwood. Yeah, the first few times that happened, you could tell there was some movement from Underwood, but the Tigers a little bit over aggressive, got in the neutral zone and penalized 5 yards, and that'll be a 1st down for Underwood. 1st and 10 from the Rockets' 46-yard line. Rothsay leading 12-6 on our Park Region scoreboard. 6:55 to play, 2nd quarter. 2 receivers right. Evelvold under center, I formation. That's Drew Evelvold, the quarterback. And now back to pass. Evelvold down the middle of the field. It's going to be incomplete. Tigers had a beef there. Thought the Rockets had some movement. Might have been there, but it'll be an incomplete pass. And it'll be 2nd down and 10. Evelvold, that's his 2nd pass attempt of the game. The first one was that big one to Groner for 64 yards and the touchdown. So the clock stops at 6:42. 12-6. Rothsay leads. Out wide right is Brock Resch, slot right. Well, they're both out right. In fact, Groner is right behind Resch. And 2 back set. Handoff, it's Levi. No, the ball's on the ground. It's loose, and the Rothsay picks up the football, and they have another takeaway. The handoff to Levi Evelvold, mishandled between the quarterback and the running back, went to the ground. And who picked that? See who picked that? Yeah, I couldn't quite pick up the number either there. But the defensive lineman for the Tigers got on top of the football, and Rothsay takes over. Both coaches talked about the turnover battle being such a key. Well, the Tigers lead that battle right now with 2 takeaways to 1 for Underwood. All fumbles here so far on the turnovers. And now Rothsay in Underwood territory, 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And Metzger ready to go. It's Leobo in the backfield. He's flanked just to his right, slightly behind him. And the handoff goes to Leobo. Leobo up the middle, sidesteps one man, and he's up to about the 41. Penalty marker comes in at the end. He picks up about 3 yards on the play, but we will wait for the penalty. It's going to be a hold on Rothsay, and that will bring the ball back. So that'll move the ball back 10 yards and back into Tiger territory. It'll be 1st down and 20. And the Tigers will have it at their own 46. So it was the Rockets who had penalized the most. They had the first 3 penalties of the game. But now the last 3 have gone to the Tigers for a total of 20 yards. And that'll make it a 1st and long. 1st and 20 for Rothsay. Metzger working out of the shotgun. It's Heidecker out near side to the right, and Leobo in the backfield. There's the handoff, delayed handoff. Leobo tripped up, nice tackle, brought down for no gain at the most. And that was a very nice tackle there. And I believe, give us the angle there, young man. Yep, it's number 30. That was Levi Evelvold. Very nice tackle there. And that'll be no gain on the play for Leobo. And 2nd down and 20 coming up. We're halfway through the second quarter, just under the 6-minute mark. And Metzger, he's hustling out there knowing that the play clock must be moving down quickly. They'll probably get this one off in a hurry. Metzger out of the shotgun. He does get it off. Back to pass. Swing pass near side. It's complete to Heidecker. And the tackle made by Groner at the 49-yard line. It'll be a gain of about 5 yards. Good completion, but a good one-on-one tackle there by John Groner. And Mason Heidecker with his first catch of the night for 5 yards. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 15. Well, third and 15 here for the Tigers at the Underwood 49-yard line. And Metzger out of the shotgun. And he's back to pass, looking up the middle. Now he's on the move. He's going to run with it. He crossed the 45 and brought down at about the 41-yard line. And that'll be a gain of about 8 yards. And that'll put the Tigers in a 4th and 7 situation. Quentin Beskey makes the tackle for Underwood. Now it's going to be about 4th and 8. It ends up being about a 7 yards. So will the Tigers go for it? Will they try to punt it away? Maybe a situation where you try to go for it if the punt is no gimme. And they are in the formation to go for it. In fact, spreading it out a bit. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. It's Cadel in the backfield. Metzger back to pass out of the shotgun. Looking, now scrambling to his left. He's on the move. He's going to try to run for the 1st down, and he puts the ball forward. Did he get enough? It's going to be so close. I think he's a little short based on the reaction by the Rockets sideline. And I think he's going to be about a yard or a half a yard short. And it is going to be Underwood football. Metzger made a good effort to try to get that 1st down. And he extended his arm forward. But the Rockets did a great job converging on the far sideline. And he was about half a yard to a yard shy of the 1st down, and Underwood will take over. That's the 2nd time the Rocket defense has stopped Rothsay on a 4th down conversion. 4 minutes, 2nd quarter. Underwood takes over. They have the ball on their own 35-yard line. And Evelvold under center, I formation. And the handoff goes to Levi Evelvold, and he took the handoff and was immediately met and brought down for, that might have been, was that a loss? Yeah, it's a loss of a yard on the play for Levi Evelvold. Easton Court made the tackle, 2nd down and 11. We're at 3 minutes, 35 seconds to play, 2nd quarter. And Evelvold under center. 2 receivers left. I formation here again. And handoff. It's going to keep it. They swing it over to Beskey. Beskey gets by 1 man and brought down, maybe a gain of a yard. The Rockets were, the Tigers were right there from the get-go. They faked the handoff to Levi Evelvold, pitched it quickly. Drew Evelvold had to get rid of it quickly, otherwise he was going to be wrapped up. Pitched it quickly and ended up only getting a yard on the play. So back to 3rd down, 10 yards to go. 2 receivers right, Groner slot right, Resch farther out wide right. Levi Evelvold in the backfield. Now Groner goes in motion. Back to pass. Now they're going to look for Groner down the sideline. He comes back to the ball. It is caught. It is going to be a 1st down for Underwood. That was a well-designed play, and he's going to be out of bounds at the 45-yard line. That's a 20-yard reception for John Groner. And Underwood with a big first down. They put Groner in motion from the far, he was slot right, put him in motion coming to the near side, and Drew Evelvold took a step back, turned, and just let it go. And Groner had good vision on the ball, came back to it, and it was a 20-yard reception and a Rocket first down. 2.5 minutes, second quarter. Rothsay up 12-6, and now back to pass. Under pressure, Evelvold in trouble. He's wrapped up and brought down for the sack. That's going to be a big loss. A lot of Tigers in there on the sack. Dawson Leobo, Court was there. Easton Court was there. I think Dawson Leobo. We'll give Dawson Leobo his second sack of the game, 3 in total, and that, like we said, was a huge loss all the way back to the 43-yard line of Underwood. And it's going to be second down and a long ways here for the Rockets, about 22 yards with 1:50 to play. And now if you're Underwood, you get a little more conservative with your play calling on the second long, hoping not to have Rothsay get the ball back. We'll see what they go with. And back to pass. No, they're going to be aggressive. They set up the screen pass. It's incomplete. Might have had something if they would have been able to connect. The pass was intended for Levi Evelvold, but the throw was just a little bit long. Of course, Drew Evelvold was under pressure. Give credit to the Tiger defensive line for bringing the pressure. So it is third down and long, and there's a timeout here on the field. So we'll take a Lake Region Healthcare timeout. It's 12-6. Rothsay with the lead. 1:34 to play second quarter, and back with third down in 30 seconds.
Chevy Truck Month is back at Minnesota Motor Company in Fergus Falls. To celebrate, customers can take advantage of finance offers like 2.9% APR, price reductions, trade assistance, customer cash, and more. Contact the sales team for information and visit the Minnesota Motor Company website to view their impressive inventory. Together, let's drive.
Minnesota Motor.
South Pebble Lake Road, Fergus Falls.
Well, Running Stitches, the local choice for embroidery and screen printing in Fergus Falls. That's Running Stitches Embroidery. Thanks to all of our sponsors. Bringing it to you here on KJ Country 96.5. Also, we're streaming live on the Fergus Now app and on the KBRF YouTube station. You can listen or watch, whatever you choose. 12-6 is the score. Rothsay with the lead. 1:34 to play, second quarter. It's third and long, 3rd and 22 here for Underwood. And under center is Drew Evelvold, I formation. And Evelvold, he's back to pass, looking across the middle. Pass is incomplete, had it in his hands. It was Resch, but broken up. And right in there to help break it up was Wesley Phillips for Rothsay, and that'll bring up fourth down. Well, the Rockets were aggressive and tried to keep the drive going, but now in a position, the clock stopped the last couple plays. And Rothsay will have 1 minute and 29 seconds to work with. As it's fourth and long, 4th and 21 from the 43-yard line. Evelvold now 2 of 5 throwing the ball for 84 yards. And back deep for Rothsay is Mason Heidecker. Here's the punt from Drew Evelvold. Heidecker fields it at about his own 25-yard line. He's up to the 30. Fakes left, comes back right to the 40, 45, down the sideline, 50. He is knocked out of bounds. Now another penalty marker goes down. And so another great return by Heidecker, but I bet it's going to be brought back a bit. The flag is at the 42-yard line. It's going to be another block in the back, I believe, on Rothsay. So that will move the ball back. Some excitement. Man, Heidecker has been outstanding with the punt returns. 2 of them, though, has been brought back, but they've been brought back after Heidecker has returned it quite a bit. So he's been really effective tonight. It will bring the ball back to the Rothsay 48-yard line, where they will have it 1st and 10 with 1:16 to play in the first half. 5 penalties, 40 yards here in the first half. or 42 yards, I should say, in the first half for Rothsay. I'm sorry, 5, yeah. So it's 1st and 10 for the Tigers. A minute 16 to work with. They lead at 12-6. Underwood got the first touchdown of the game, and it's been 12 in a row for the Tigers since. And here's Metzger back to pass across the middle. Pass is complete. That's Phillips, and he is brought down in Underwood territory up to the 41-yard line. That's a gain of 12 for Wesley Phillips. And Evelvold, that was Drew Evelvold with the tackle. Metzger now 4 of 6 throwing the ball for 54 yards. Clock stops for a moment to move the chains. Now it'll get going again. We're at 1:05 to play in the second quarter. Now the Tigers hustling. They got a hustle here coming out of the instructions from the sideline. But a lot of clock is ticking away here. Metzger hustles up to the line out of the shotgun, back to throw. Lofts it down the sideline. It is caught by, that was a beautiful catch by Court, and he's brought down at the 20, and that's a gain of 22 yards. Looked like that the Rockets might be able to make a play on the ball, but Court was able to bring it in. And a first down for Rothsay down to the, looks like right around the 20-yard line with 42 seconds. Metzger back to pass, swings it right side. That's complete to Heidecker, but he is met quickly and inbounds. It'll be a gain of about 5 yards, but quickly the Tigers use a timeout as they don't want that clock to continue to run with 35 seconds to go. It'll bring up about a 2nd and 3 or 4. When we return, it's a Lake Region Healthcare timeout, 12-6. Rothsay with the lead. They're trying to put more on the board before intermission. Back with more in just a moment.
Every team has a home field advantage. Make yours the internet from Park Region. With speeds that keep up with the pace of the game and the reliability to never miss a play, you'll always be connected. Get the internet that's always in your corner. Park Region, your home team's internet advantage.
Well, 35 seconds to go. That's our Lake Region Healthcare timeout. And it's Rothsay leading 12-6, trying to add some more. And that pass play a moment ago was to Mason Heidecker. That was a 6-yard reception. Ben Metzger now 6 of 8 throwing the ball for 82 yards. So he's been efficient, and he's been effective on this drive, with completions to Wesley Phillips for 12, to Easton Court for 22, and Mason Heidecker for 6, so spreading it around to his receivers a bit. So here come the Tigers up to the line of scrimmage with 35 seconds to go in the half, 2nd down and 4. Phillips, one of the big weapons, is out to the left. Heidecker is slot right. It's Leobo in the backfield. Metzger out of the shotgun. Metzger back to throw. Looks left to Phillips. Pass is complete, and he gets out of bounds right away at about the 8-yard line. That's enough for a first down. So efficient passing by the Tigers on this drive. And Phillips with his 3rd catch for 26 yards. He has a touchdown tonight. So 1st and goal for the Tigers at the 7-yard line, as we're at 30.9 seconds to go in the half. Rothsay up 12-6. Leobo flank to the left of Metzger in the backfield. Metzger back to throw again, looking, and that is incomplete. Tried to get it in the corner of the end zone to Easton Court, but that is incomplete. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and goal. 26.6 seconds to go here in the half. Still trying to get some updates from Fergus Falls. And also Zimmerman at Fergus Falls in the Otters homecoming tonight. And West Central areas at Ashby, Brandon, Evansville. Halftime at Border West in that big game. Hillcrest leading Border West 14-6 at the half. Second and goal from the 7 for the Tigers with 26 seconds to go in the half. And here is Metzger. He's back to pass again, looking right, looking to the corner of the end zone. Pass is complete. Get the feet in. Yes, it's a touchdown, and that is Mason Heidecker. That's a 7-yard touchdown reception. And the Tigers, they marched down the field. They were given enough time and marched down the field and get that touchdown to make it 18-6. Heidecker's had a very nice night. He's got the touchdown, 3 catches, but his punt returns have been outstanding to help the Tigers get some good field position tonight. And now the Tigers will go for 2, leading 18-6. So Metzger out of the gun, and he's back to throw, lofting it to the corner of the end zone. It is caught and complete. That was Easton Court. The 2-point conversion. That's the first 2-point conversion that has been successful tonight, and that'll make the score 20-6. The Tigers' timing on some of their passing plays has been outstanding here tonight, and that was good. He lofted that one up to the corner, and Easton Court appeared. And it's 20-6 is the score on our Park Region scoreboard with 21 seconds to go. So this second quarter's been all Rothsay. It was 6-6 after the end of the first quarter, but a pair of touchdowns. Leobo, a 4-yard touchdown run, and then Mason Heidecker, the 7-yard touchdown reception from Metzger. Give Metzger a lot of credit for the way he's throwing the ball, spreading it to 3 different receivers tonight, making good decisions on when to run and finding his receivers. It's been an excellent first half for the junior quarterback, Ben Metzger. All right, ready to kick it away is Easton Court for the Tigers. Low line drive kick. It's fielded by, Resch bobbled it, picks it up. He's at the 25 and to the 30, up down to the 33 where he is tackled. And that tackle was made by Tristan Hofer. And now Underwood, 16 seconds to work with here. And we'll see how aggressive they look to be. 1st and 10 from their own 33-yard line. Yeah, I just got another quick update, and Hillcrest scored a touchdown, got 2. So they're up on Border West 22-6. At the half. So first report was that it was halftime. It was moments before. Now in the handoff and met quickly for a loss on that run. It was Mason Christensen on the run. That's a loss of 2. And that'll be the final play of the first half. Brandt on the tackle there. And the Tigers are pumped, hustling over to their corner of the field as it is now halftime. 20-6 is the score at the half. The Rothsay Tigers, they have scored the last 20 points. The Rockets got the first 6, 20 in a row here for Rothsay to have the lead at the half on our Park Region Service Beyond the Connection scoreboard. It is time for our Minnesota Motor Company halftime report. So we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have our Minnesota Motor Company halftime report. 20-6, Rothsay leading Underwood here at the half. We'll be back with our Minnesota Motor halftime report in just a moment.
At Underwood Insurance, your peace of mind is their priority. From home to auto, farm to commercial, they've got you covered with unbeatable rates and personalized plans. Call 826-6772 or stop by their Main Street office in Underwood. Get your quote today, and remember, go Rockets!
What's your number?
I drove 113 miles.
And I drove 124 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
At Ashby Public Schools, excellence is our tradition. Small school, big impact, lasting legacy. We nurture talents through academics, athletics, and community service. Experience the Ashby difference. Visit ashby.k12.mn.us.
Every team has a home field advantage. Make yours the internet from Park Region. With speeds that keep up with the pace of the game and the reliability to never miss a play, you'll always be connected. Get the internet that's always in your corner. Park Region, your home team's internet.
At Underwood Insurance, your peace of mind is their priority. From home to auto, farm to commercial, they've got you covered with unbeatable rates and personalized plans. Call 826-6772 or stop by their Main Street office in Underwood. Get your quote today, and remember, go Rockets!
What's your number?
I drove 113 miles.
And I drove 124 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
At Ashby Public Schools, excellence is our tradition. Small school, big impact, lasting legacy. We nurture talents through academics, athletics, and community service. Experience the Ashby difference. Visit ashby.k12.mn.us.
Every team has a home field advantage. Make yours the internet from Park Region. With speeds that keep up with the pace of the game and the reliability to never miss a play, you'll always be connected. Get the internet that's always in your corner. Park Region, your home team's internet advantage.
Lake Region Healthcare is proud to be trusted and recommended by parents and coaches, athletes, and families. Keeping healthcare close to home for local athletes and all their fans. Find us online at lrhc.org.
Where to eat, the ultimate culinary adventure, from signature dishes to chef recommendations.
As your food review professionals, you can find us at KBRFradio.com, the Fergus Now app, and on YouTube.
Tune in every first Friday of the month for new episodes.
Check us out, and we'll show you where to eat.
Midwest Printing in Fergus Falls is proud to support our local high school sports teams. From big business projects or even just a few flyers, they've got you covered with quality printing and personal service. Call Midwest Printing in Fergus Falls.
At Underwood Insurance, your peace of mind is their priority. From home to auto, farm to commercial, they've got you covered with unbeatable rates and personalized plans. Call 826-6772 or stop by their Main Street office in Underwood. Get your quote today, and remember, go Rockets!
And we're back here at Rothsay School. It's 20-6. The Rothsay Tigers are leading the Underwood Rockets on our Park Region scoreboard. It's our Minnesota Motor Company halftime report. Minnesota Motor, located on South Pebble Lake Road in Fergus Falls. And entertaining first half of play. And it got off, the Rockets got off to a great start with a big play, but then since then it's been all Rothsay. They've won the turnover margin. And really after that one play by Underwood, the big play to John Groner, the Underwood Rocket offense has struggled to move the ball against this Tiger defense, and then the Tiger offense has been really efficient, really an impressive drive to end the second quarter, almost exclusively through the air at the end to take the lead 20-6. But let's go over the scoring plays, and it was the Rockets. They got on the board immediately, less than a minute into the game, and it was a big play, their second play from scrimmage. It was Drew Evelvold finding John Groner down the middle of the field, a 64-yard touchdown reception, and that was a beauty. And Groner caught it, outran everyone. The two-point conversion failed, and the Rockets led 6-0 at that point. Again, that was only 59 seconds into the game. Later in the first quarter, after the Rockets stopped the Tigers on fourth down on their first possession, but the Tigers later in the first quarter able to score with 2:53 to play in the first quarter. It was Wesley Phillips. He's an athletic wide receiver for the Tigers. 11-yard touchdown reception. The two-point conversion failed, and that tied the game up at 6. In fact, both teams had there was one stretch there where the Tigers turned the ball over to the Rockets, and on the very next play when the Rockets had the ball, they fumbled and turned it back over. Some dueling turnovers there, and then the Tigers were able to capitalize on that. No scoring until close to midway through the second quarter. 7:41 to go. Dawson Leobo had a 4-yard touchdown run. The two-point conversion failed to make it 12-6 Rothsay at that point. Then the Rockets had the ball. They were trying to drive down and faced a second and long with about a minute and a half to go. They decided to go aggressive. Might have cost them a bit as they threw 2 incomplete passes. It stopped the clock. Rothsay got the ball with a minute and a half to go and did a great job driving down the field. Ben Metzger was efficient, made some great passing plays. He spread it out to his three receivers, Wesley Phillips, Easton Court, and Mason Heidecker. And the drive ended with 21 seconds to go in the second quarter. Mason Heidecker, a 7-yard touchdown reception from Metzger. Easton Court had the 2-point reception. That was the first 2-point conversion that was successful tonight out of the 4 touchdowns, and that gave the Tigers the lead as what they have here at the half right now. 20-6 is the score. Rothsay with the lead on our Park Region Service Beyond the Connection scoreboard. So that's our scoring update. We'll take a break on our Minnesota Motor Company halftime report. When we come back, we'll go over some of the stats we've been able to put together. 20-6 is the score at the half. We'll be back with more high school 9-man football in just a moment.
At Underwood Insurance, your peace of mind is their priority. From home to auto, farm to commercial, they've got you covered with unbeatable rates and personalized plans. Call 826-6772 or stop by their Main Street office in Underwood. Get your quote today, and remember, go Rockets!
Chevy Truck Month is back at Minnesota Motor Company in Fergus Falls. To celebrate, customers can take advantage of finance offers like 2.9% APR, price reductions, trade assistance, customer cash, and more. Contact the sales team for information and visit the Minnesota Motor Company website to view their impressive inventory. Together, let's drive.
Minnesota Motor.
South Pebble Lake Road, Fergus Falls.
At Ashby Public Schools, excellence is our tradition. Small school, big impact, lasting legacy. We nurture talents through academics, athletics, and community service. Experience the Ashby difference. Visit ashby.k12.mn.us.
Every team has a home field advantage. Make yours the internet from Park Region. With speeds that keep up with the pace of the game and the reliability to never miss a play, you'll always be connected. Get the internet that's always in your corner. Park Region, your home team's internet advantage.
Midwest Printing in Fergus Falls is proud to support our local high school sports teams. From big business projects or even just a few flyers, they've got you covered with quality printing and personal service. Call Midwest Printing in Fergus Falls.
What's your number?
We drove 5.2 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
I drove 7 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
At Underwood Insurance, your peace of mind is their priority. From home to auto, farm to commercial, they've got you covered with unbeatable rates and personalized plans. Call 826-6772 or stop by their Main Street office in Underwood. Get your quote today, and remember, go Rockets!
Welcome back. It's our Minnesota Motor halftime report here from Rothsay, and the Tigers leading the Rockets from Underwood 20-6 the score. And let's take a look at some of the stats. We went over the scoring plays on the previous segment. It was the Rockets got the first 6 of the game less than a minute in, and then it's been 20 in a row for the Tigers since then to lead at 20-6. Look at the numbers. Rothsay has 190 total yards of offense compared to the Underwood 100 yards of offense. Let's go over the Tigers first. They have 96 through the air, 94 on the ground. Mentioned how efficient Ben Metzger has been throwing the ball to his 3 receivers. He's 8 of 11 throwing the ball for 96 yards and a pair of touchdown passes. His receivers, Wesley Phillips, 3 catches, 26 yards and a touchdown reception. Mason Heidecker, 3 catches, 18 yards and a touchdown reception. And the leader as far as yards is concerned is Easton Court. He's had 2 big plays, 2 catches for 52 yards, 1 30-yard reception and a 22-yard reception. On the ground, it is Ben Metzger leading the way, 5 carries for 44 yards. So you combine what he's done with his legs and with his arm. It's been a great half for the junior quarterback. Easton Court, 3 carries, 25 yards. Dawson Leobo, 9 carries for 18 yards. Asher Cadle, 2 carries for 6 yards. And Brennett Court, 1 carry for 1 yard. The Tigers penalized 5 times in the first half for a total of 40 yards. And they turned the ball over 1 time with a fumble in the first quarter. On the Underwood side, the Rockets have 100 yards of total offense, but they had 64 of those really on their second play. And the Tiger defense has really been tough on the Rockets for the remainder of the half after that big first play to Groner. They have Rockets with 84 through the air, 16 on the ground, all 84 of those yards to John Groner, as Drew Evelvold is 2 of 5 throwing the ball for 84 yards. Groner with the 2 receptions for 84 yards, and that touchdown to start off the game. On the ground, it's been tough going for the Rockets. Mason Christensen leading the way, 4 carries, 10 yards. Quentin Besky, 4 carries for 7 yards, and Levi Evelvold's only carry, well, he was stopped a yard behind the line of scrimmage. The Rockets have been penalized 3 times for 13 yards, and they are losing the turnover battle. They've fumbled twice, recovered by Rothsay, compared to the one fumble recovery that Underwood had when the Tigers fumbled. So those are the numbers here at the half. We're going to take another break on our Minnesota Motor Company halftime report. When we come back, we'll give you some updates of the some of the other games going on locally on our scoreboard. And we'll have a Fergus Falls Otter update. We'll have a Hillcrest Border West and also a West Central at Ashby, Brandon, Evansville update as well. Another break. This is our Minnesota Motor halftime report, and we'll have those updates when we return.
At Underwood Insurance, your peace of mind is their priority. From home to auto, farm to commercial, they've got you covered with unbeatable rates and personalized plans. Call 826-6772 or stop by their Main Street office in Underwood. Get your quote today, and remember, go Rockets!
What's your number?
I drove 113 miles.
And I drove 124 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
At Ashby Public Schools, excellence is our tradition. Small school, big impact, lasting legacy. We nurture talents through academics, athletics, and community service. Experience the Ashby difference. Visit ashby.k12.mn.us.
Every team has a home field advantage. Make yours the internet from Park Region. With speeds that keep up with the pace of the game and the reliability to never miss a play, you'll always be connected. Get the internet that's always in your corner. Park Region, your home team's internet advantage.
Lake Region Healthcare is proud to be trusted and recommended by parents and coaches, athletes, and families. Keeping healthcare close to home for local athletes and all their fans. Find us online at lrhc.org.
Where to eat, the ultimate culinary adventure, from signature dishes to chef recommendations.
As your food review professionals, you can find us at KBRFradio.com, the Fergus Now app, and on YouTube.
Tune in every first Friday of the month for new episodes.
Check us out, and we'll show you where to eat.
Midwest Printing in Fergus Falls is proud to support our local high school sports teams. From big business projects or even just a few flyers, they've got you covered with quality printing and personal service. Call Midwest Printing in Fergus Falls.
At Underwood Insurance, your peace of mind is their priority. From home to auto, farm to commercial, they've got you covered with unbeatable rates and personalized plans. Call 826-6772 or stop by their Main Street office in Underwood. Get your quote today, and remember, go Rockets!
And we're back here at the half on Minnesota Motor Halftime Report. Jason Retzloff with you. Dave Bishop taking care of the engineering for our live stream. Happy to be with you here on KJ Country on the radio, streaming live on the Fergus Now app and the KBRF YouTube station. And it's 20-6, Rothsay leading Underwood at the half. They're about ready to kick off. Just a quick update on the local scoreboard. It's homecoming as well. It's homecoming here for the Tigers tonight. It's also homecoming for the Fergus Falls Otters. They lead it at the half against Zimmerman 14-10. Also West Central area at Ashby, Brandon, Evansville. And the Knights leading 6-0 at Ashby, Brandon, Evansville. And then at half, big matchup, a little late matchup, section matchup, Hillcrest at Border West, and the Comets are up on Border West 22-6 at the half. That'll put an end to our Minnesota Motor Company halftime report as the Rockets kick it away, a low bouncing kick, fielded. Well, it's bobbled for a moment and able to pick it up without losing the football was number 17. That was Ryan Metzger. And there on the tackle, John Groner hustled over, almost had a shot at the ball, but Rothsay will have it. 1st and 10 from their own 38-yard line. So we saw the Tigers with limited time really get that passing game going at the end of the second quarter. See if they keep doing that or if they'll mix it up a little bit. They have the lead 20-6. They can be as aggressive or as conservative as they would choose. As Metzger, they're going to get it to Lebo. Lebo outside, he's brought down. That's going to be a loss. Good tackle there made by Levi Evold. He's had a nice night defensively, and that'll be a loss of 3 for Dawson Leopold. So the Rockets have done a nice job on Leopold. 10 carries, 15 yards only for Leopold here tonight. And we'll bring up 2nd down and 13 for the Tigers as the Rockets try to regain some momentum here. So going out wide right, Mason Heidecker. Heidecker, great first half. 3 receptions, a touchdown, but a huge impact on the punt returns. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Metzger back to throw. Hesitates for a moment. Pass is complete, far sideline. That's to Phillips. He's out of bounds at about the 42, maybe the 43-yard line. 42-yard line. That's a gain of 7 yards for Phillips. Phillips with 4 catches for 33 yards. Metzger now over 100 yards passing tonight. I got him unofficially 9 of 12 for 103 yards, a pair of touchdown passes. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 7 for Rothsay from their own 42-yard line. We're almost a minute into the 3rd quarter. 2 receivers right, including Heidecker and Brennan Court. Phillips is out left. Lebo in the backfield. Metzger out of the shotgun on a big 3rd and 7. Back to pass. Metzger looking across the middle, incomplete. And there's a penalty marker that does come down. And the pass was intended for Brennan Court. But they're saying looks like they're going to have some pass interference possibly or on Underwood, and it is indeed pass interference. So that will result in a Rothsay 1st down, and it'll go into Underwood territory up to the 43-yard line. 15-yard penalty. 2nd pass interference penalty call on the Rockets. The other one was when the Tigers were down near the goal line. So incomplete pass, but it was a pass interference, and now the Tigers 1st and 10 at the Rocket 43-yard line. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left, and Metzger handoff. It's Leopold, breaks 1 tackle, bounces off another to the 40, stays on his feet, and now he's to the 35. Penalty marker comes down. Leopold down the right side. He's still on his feet. He's into the end zone for a touchdown, but it is highly likely that could be coming back as there's a penalty marker back at the 47-yard line. It would be a 43-yard touchdown run, but we're waiting for the marker or the penalty here, and it's going to be against. It's going to be against Underwood. A personal foul on the Rockets, and that touchdown will stand. Flag was kind of thrown in the area where you'd expect possibly a hold, and no, it was on the Rockets, and that will be a 43-yard touchdown run for Dawson Leopold, and that really opens up the score at 26-6. So Leopold, he's had a tough time finding some room to run, and he found it there. That was an impressive run. Broke numerous tackles, got outside, and showed off his speed. So that'll bring up a 2-point conversion attempt here for the Tigers. Metzger back to throw, looking right, scrambling, goes to the right side. That's complete into the end zone, pass complete. Brennan Court with a 2-point conversion reception. And the Rothsay Tigers on a roll. They've put up 28 unanswered points. They lead at 28-6 on the Park Region scoreboard. Quick break, back with the ensuing kickoff in 30 seconds.
Lake Region Healthcare is proud to be trusted and recommended by parents and coaches, athletes, and families. Keeping healthcare close to home for local athletes and all their fans. Find us online at lrhc.org.
What's your number?
We've driven 57 miles 6 times for a great deal at Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
Yeah. Well, welcome back here to the 3rd quarter action. It was Dawson Leopold with a 43-yard touchdown run, and it's 28-6. Rothsay has opened up a big lead here. 10:49 to play in the 3rd quarter, and the Tigers will kick it away to Underwood. Coming up for these teams, for the Rockets, they will be at home next week. They'll host the Hancock Owls. And the Tigers will be at home as well, too, as they will host Border West in what should be a good matchup as well. So the Tigers will kick it away. Now they get to place the ball at the Underwood 45 because of that personal foul penalty assessed on the kickoff. So now the Rockets run the end around. They get it to Groner, and Groner gets up past the 20 up to about the 25-yard line. And that'll be where the Rockets will take over 1st and 10. Yeah, the penalty, I didn't catch what the penalty was at the time. It was a face mask penalty on Underwood. That flag on Leopold's run, that flag was thrown in the area where you a lot of times would see a hold. Bring it back, but it was a face mask on Underwood. So the touchdown stood for Leopold, and then the penalty was assessed onto the kickoff, which is why it was moved up to the 45-yard line. Rockets have the ball, 1st and 10 at their own 25. And Evovold under center, wishbone set. Here's the handoff, moving to the right. It's Levi Evovold. Pushes his way forward up to about the 30-yard line. And it'll be 2nd down and 5. Easton Court with a tackle for the Tigers. 2nd down and 5. See if the Rockets can put together a drive here. They've had the one big play, but really struggled to move the ball. Other than that, the touchdown reception to Groner. Groner had one other nice catch for 20 yards, but that's been the majority of the offense here. There's a ball. Now the ball is loose on the ground, but the Rockets are going to recover. So the mishandled ball, but hustling over to pick up the ball was Mason Christensen. And that actually is going to result in a gain on the play of a yard, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 4. Just under 10 minutes to play, 3rd quarter. As the Rockets have the ball at their own 32-yard line. Trying to get a 1st down. They haven't had many here tonight. Wishbone set. And then back to pass, play action, down the middle of the field. He's got his man open, and the catch is made to the 40, to the 30. It's a foot race down inside the 10 and tackled. Now the ball's jarred loose in the end zone, and what do we got? No, the official says the ball is down. It looks like at about the 1-yard line to Mason Christensen. What a wild play. And that looks like it's going to be a 67-yard reception down to about the 1 or the 2-yard line. Goodness. So the ball was jarred loose as Christensen was trying to get it into the end zone. The angle is so hard to tell where the ball is. So it's going to be, we'll call it 1st and goal from the 2 or the 3, hard to tell. As Drew Evovold is under center. And Evovold trying to hand it. Now there's the defensive line of the Tigers got right in there and pushed the whole play back, and it's going to be a loss on the play. So it'll bring up 2nd down and goal. So 2nd and goal, and again, hard to tell. We'll call it a loss of a yard on the play. They tried to get it to Levi Evovold, I believe, on that one. So 2nd and goal. And we'll call it from the 3-yard line for Underwood. 8.5 minutes to play, 3rd quarter. Tigers up on the Rockets 28-6, but the Rockets trying to strike back and try to get themselves back into the game. Under center is Evovold. And he's back to pass, looking under pressure, wrapped up, brought down, and there's another sack all the way back to about the 16-yard line. And that was Easton Court with the sack, his 2nd sack of the night. I got the Tigers with 4 sacks on the evening, and that is a costly one for the Rockets. That'll move them back to about the 10-yard line, 10 or 11-yard line, loss of about 7. And a 3rd down coming up. Inside of 8 minutes, so 3rd and goal. And Evelvold was back to pass, just no time there. Not much resistance there for the defensive line of the Tigers. Back to pass, he's in trouble again. Evades one man, scrambling, but he's wrapped up again and brought down for a huge loss. Penalty markers go down after the play, though. So we'll see what happens. It was about a 16-yard loss, maybe a 14-yard loss on the play. But let's see what the penalty is. Ball all the way back to the 24. And when the Rockets have tried to pass the ball, not much resistance for the Tigers. They get through, and Evelvold doesn't have any time. So let's see what the penalty is, though. Officials discussing. Well, still waiting for the official call here. And it's going to be on the Tigers. And it looked like, was that a personal foul? Well, now they gave the 3rd down signal. Now they're moving the ball. It is going to be on the Tigers. They're moving it up to it was at the end of the play. So it was after the play. So it's a personal foul on the Tigers. It basically was a wash because the play resulted in about a 14 or 15-yard loss, and the personal foul brings it right back to about the 11-yard line. So funny how that works. So it's going to be 4th and goal they have it at. Yeah, 4th and goal, because it would be loss of down. Back to pass on 4th and goal. They dump it off. The pass is complete. Levi Evelvold trying to get down into the end zone, but he's going to be tripped up short, and that will turn the ball over on downs to Rothsay. Yeah, the penalty on the previous play was after the play was over. So it was 4th down. It would have been 4th and goal from the 25. It resulted in a 4th and goal from the 10. And then the pass was complete there to Evelvold. About a 6-yard reception for Levi Evelvold, but not enough. And Rothsay will take over 1st and 10 from their own 4-yard line. So the Rockets, a great opportunity. They had the pass complete to Mason Christensen, 67 yards, where he was stopped at the 1, almost fumbled, but he was down. But then a great defensive stand there by the Tigers to stop the Rockets from scoring. Now Rothsay will have it 1st and 10 from their own 4-yard line, leading 28-6, 7:11 to play, 3rd quarter. And Metzger will work out of the shotgun. Leobo in the backfield. And here's Metzger. He's going to look for Heidecker near side. That pass is complete. Breaks 1 tackle, breaks 2 tackles, and now 4 white jerseys come in to bring him down for a gain of about 5 yards or so. Now penalty marker comes down after getting a little chippiness out there going. Some penalties flying here a little bit. So it looks like about a 6-yard reception for Heidecker. And then let's see what happens after the play. And here comes the signal from the official. It looks like it's going to be offsetting penalty, or wait. No, I mean, yep, it's going to be on Underwood. They're moving the ball forward, and that's going to result. It might have been a late hit, some sort of personal foul on the Rockets, and that'll move the ball all the way up to the 25-yard line and will result in a 1st down. So now the Rockets have been penalized 6 times for 60 yards in the game. Both teams have been penalized about the same, 6 for 60 approximately. And Rothsay has the 1st down with the ball marked at their own 25-yard line. 7:03 to play, 3rd quarter. Fergus Falls leading Zimmerman at homecoming at the half in Fergus Falls, 14-10. West Central Area 6, Ashby, Brandon, Evansville 0 at the half. And Hillcrest was up on Border West 22-6 at the half, and some local scores. Well, we're sorting through some things here, and I'm not sure for sure what the delay is. as we await this first down play. Looks like we're getting set and ready to go. Rothsay will have the ball. There's a personal foul penalty that was a 15-yarder that got Rothsay up here to the 20, their own 24. Handoff right away. Leobo bounces off of a man. Now goes upfield across the 30. Gets to about the 31-yard line. Good run after contact by Leobo. Looked like it was, might have been Evan Bond there on the tackle for Underwood. Leobo picks up 6. Leobo is starting to heat up there on the ground now. He's got 12 carries, 64 yards. 43 of those were on the most recent Rothsay touchdown run. 2 receivers right. Phillips out left. Leobo in the backfield. Metzger out of the gun. Fake the handoff to Leobo. Metzger's going to run with it. He's looking, and the Rockets were right there. Good job defensively there by Underwood, and that'll be a loss on the play. It was Levi Evevold and Quentin Beskey right there. And it'll bring up third down on the play. A loss of 3 on that one. Metzger's had a good day running, not that one, but he's had 6 carries for 41 yards in the game. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Leobo again in the backfield, and Metzger again will work out of the shotgun. He takes a snap, looking back, looking left, across the middle, now pass. That's complete. That is Court into Rocket territory, brought down at about the 41-yard line, but that's a gain of 32 yards to Brennan Court, his first reception of the game. And Metzger continues to be efficient and effective throwing the football. That's a 32-yard reception. I got Metzger unofficially with 141 yards throwing the ball tonight. Yeah, that's a big third down conversion for the Tigers, and they have it 1st and 10 at the Rocket 42-yard line. A receiver to each side. Leobo in the backfield again, and it will be Leobo with the handoff, working upfield. Now he's got some room across the 35, tripped up. He looks like he's got a first down all the way up to the 30-yard line. So we mentioned Leobo was struggling to find some room in that first half, but he's really opened it up here in the second half. And all of a sudden, he's up to 76 yards rushing to lead all rushers tonight. And a first down. 1st and 10 for Rothsay at the Underwood 30-yard line. 28-6, Rothsay with the lead. It is Heidecker out wide right. 3-back set now. First time in the second half for the Tigers. Metzger's going to run it himself. Across 25. He's got room to the 20. There's a penalty marker that goes down. Metzger does get into the end zone for the touchdown. But that one, we'll see if that one comes back. Got a lot of penalties on scoring plays tonight where we have to wait and see. So it would be a 30-yard touchdown run, but it will be a hold on Rothsay, as we might have suspected. That will bring it back. Yeah, always frustrating for those players that score the touchdown to make the big play, look back, and there's the yellow marker on the field, and to bring it back. But that's a reality that happens a lot at all levels. So the penalty on the Tigers, that's their 7th penalty of the game, approximately 75 yards on that hold. The second holding penalty tonight. So Metzger would have been a 30-yard touchdown run, but it's brought back, and it'll be 1st and 5. So the penalty happened at the 15-yard line, so that'll bring it back to the 20. So there was some positive yardage there for the Tigers, and it'll be a 1st and 5 after the hold was enforced. Metzger back to pass on first down. He's got time, looking towards the end zone, leaping up, making the catches, Heidecker. And he is forced out of bounds right around the 5-yard line. That is going to be a reception of probably right around, we'll call it the 6-yard line, and a 20-yard reception for Heidecker. He continues to add on to a excellent evening of punt returns and 5 receptions, 44 yards, and a touchdown tonight. So first and goal for Rothsay at the 5-yard line. And here's Metzger. He's going to keep it himself, going up the middle, working his way forward. He's tackled short of the goal line. And that'll bring up second down. Again, anytime the ball is down near the goal line, it's almost impossible for us to tell exactly what yard line it's on. We're going to call it the 4-yard line. We'll give Metzger 1 on that play. So second and goal from the 4. 3:14 to play, third quarter. Rothsay 28, Underwood 6. The Tigers trying to pad that lead a little bit more here late in the third quarter. This time it's Brennan Court getting instructions from the sideline. Hustles into the huddle, and now Metzger brings his team to the line of scrimmage. He will work out of the shotgun, a 3-back set. And now the snap goes over the head, and just hustling over and diving on it is Metzger. Good job of getting there quickly before Evan Bond could get there for Underwood. So that'll be a significant loss on the play as it went over his head. About a loss of about 8 yards on the play, and it'll bring up third and goal for the Tigers at the Underwood 12-yard line as the clock continues to move with 2:20 to play in the third quarter. Well, Running Stitches, the local choice for embroidery and screen printing in Fergus Falls. Call Running Stitches Embroidery. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left on third and goal for Rothsay. And in the backfield is Asher Cadle. And it's Metzger back to pass. Looking, corner of the end zone, looking for his man. Incomplete. Good coverage there by the Rockets. Getting there in time was defensive back Hunter Peterson. He tried to get it to Brennan Court. And that'll bring up a 4th down. One of the rare incomplete passes for Metzger tonight. I got him at 12 of 16 throwing the ball. And that'll stop the clock with 1:50 to play. In the third quarter, and the Tigers will go for it on 4th and goal from the 12. 2 receivers right. It's Heidecker and Brennan Court. Phillips out left, and it's Cadle in the backfield. Metzger out of the shotgun. Here's Metzger looking right. Now he's going to scramble, moving left. Now he's going to try to run it in. Here he goes down the sideline, knocked out of bounds, and that will send the ball back over to Underwood as Metzger looks like he got about 6 yards on the play. And Underwood will take over first down. We'll call it at the their own 5-yard line. So we'll give Metzger 7 yards on that run, but forced out of bounds, and the Rockets will have it 1st and 10 from their own 5-yard line. The score remains 28-6 on our Park Region scoreboard. Both teams 1 and 2 trying to even out their record, get back to the 500 mark. Tigers, if they would win, would have a start of a win streak, couple wins in a row. Rockets with the ball, trying to get some offensive momentum going. It's Drew Evelvold under center. And they'll start it off, and a handoff. And now a helmet goes loose. Ufta. Yeah, losing the helmet was Ben Metzger, but he's fine. And the carry went to Quentin Beskey. And Beskey, a short gain on the play, picks up a yard. And it'll be 2nd down and 9 now for Underwood. Beskey, 5 carries for 8 yards. Anything on the ground tonight has been tough for the Rockets. In fact, anything outside of the first play, it's just been a struggle ever since the first play to John Groner, and then they had the one big catch for Mason Christensen. A few isolated moments. There's a swing pass. Pass is complete on the right side, moving up the field. A little bit short of the first down, but some positive yardage there. The pass is complete to number 11, Hunter Peterson. And 7-yard gain on that one. Cadle makes the tackle. So Evold is got him at 5 of 8 throwing the ball for 160 yards. 2 big plays in there, a 64-yard reception and a 67-yard reception. And it'll be 3rd down and 1 for the Rockets. 13 seconds to play, 3rd quarter. And swing pass is complete. It's Peterson again. Did he get enough for the first down? I think he did. I think he just got just enough. He needed a yard, and they got 2. And it was Ryan Metzger on the tackle. It is a first down on the swing pass to Peterson. And that will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. 28-6 is the score. Rothsay with the lead. Underwood will continue their drive when we return. That's 28-6 on our Park Region scoreboard. Back with 4th quarter action after this.
Lake Region Healthcare is proud to be trusted and recommended by parents and coaches, athletes, and families. Keeping healthcare close to home for local athletes and all their fans. Find us online at lrhc.org.
Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls and Grand Forks is your shopping stop for America's 3 favorite truck brands, Ford, Ram, and GMC. Whether you're towing, hauling, or just enjoying the open road, we have a truck for you. Half, 3/4, and 1 ton, there's a truck for every job. Stop and visit or shop any of our stores at NelsonAutoCenter.com. Nelson Auto Center, Fergus Falls and Grand Forks.
Fourth quarter action, 28-6. The Rothsay Tigers are leading Underwood as we are about to commence with the 4th quarter. And Underwood was able to convert a first down on that previous play. They needed a yard. They got a couple on that screen pass to Hunter Peterson. In fact, he's made the last 2 plays 2 receptions for 9 yards. And Underwood has it 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They were able to stop Rothsay inside their 10-yard line on the previous possession and got a first down coming out. Now out of the I formation, Evold is under center, 2 receivers to his right. And Evold back to throw, lofting down the sideline, incomplete. Tried to get it to Brock Resch, but that was incomplete. Evold I now have unofficially 6 of 10 throwing the ball for 173 yards. 173, a lot of yards. They were on 2 big plays. One to John Groner for 64 yards, and one to Mason Christensen for 63. Comprised for a lot of the yards tonight. And they look like same formation here on 2nd down and 10. And Evold hands it off and handed off and met quickly, brought down is the halfback. Oh, that was Mason Christensen with the carry and a gain of a yard. Good tackle there made by Logan Brandt for Rothsay. So 3rd down and 9, 11 and a half minutes to play in the game. And looks like we'll have an update with Hillcrest and Border West here in a moment. 3rd and 9 here for Underwood. Back to passes Evold. They dump it off screen pass to Levi Evold. Breaks a tackle. He's got some room to roam. He's going to have a first down across the 30 and brought down. Nice screen pass set up. Now there's some pretty hard hitting there at the end, and we got one of the Tigers slow to get up. So it will be a first down for the Rockets, a screen pass, about a 17-yard reception for Levi Evold, his 2nd catch of the game. And yeah, one of the Tigers slow to get up. Hope all will be good there. Yeah, you could hear the contact there from across the field, that there's some significant contact there. And now hopping up on his own power is number 22, Dawson Leobo, and looks like Dawson is going to be all right. Coming up on his own power, just got socked pretty good there, I think. Well-designed play there by the Rockets to withstand some of the pressure they've been facing. Set up the screen pass to Levi Evevold. That was a 17-yard reception, and it is 28-6 the score. 1st and 10 for Underwood at their own 37. It's the Rothsay Tigers with the lead here in the fourth quarter. We're at the 11-minute mark to play in the game. I formation again for the Rockets. Handoff up the middle. It's Beskey. Short gain up to about the 40-yard line. Picked up about 3 yards. Quentin Beskey. We've been calling Loken Brandt's name a lot tonight. Nice game defensively for the senior defensive tackle. 2nd down and 7 here for Underwood. Yeah, our update, we got an update in the fourth quarter. Hillcrest is leading Border West 28-6. So the Comets in control of that one over in Wheaton here tonight. 2nd and 7 for Underwood. Handoff. Well, no, keeping it. They fooled me on this one. Evevold keeps it and comes up to about the 47-yard line. I thought he handed it off to Levi Evevold, but Drew Evevold keeps it. Looks like he's maybe just shy of the first down. And we'll give 6 yards on the run for Drew Evevold. In fact, that's the first positive rushing I've had for Evevold tonight. He's the leading rusher for the Rockets. And that's the first positive yardage. The Tigers done a nice job defensively there. Mason Heidecker up limping a little bit, but coming off on his own power. So 3rd down, looks like they're going to, well, let's see. Looks like it's 3rd down and a yard. We're just getting the mark right here. Yep. So on that run by Evevold. That'll be 3rd down and 1 with the ball just shy of the 47-yard line. The Rockets in their own territory. 2 receivers left. High formation. Drew Evevold goes under center. And here it is. Mason Christensen gets it up the middle. Push back. I think he's short. Did he have enough forward progress? Well, I think had one official had the index finger up. It looked like they didn't get it. Yeah, it's going to be 4th down. Well, they are going to measure. Yeah, one official had one finger up for a 1st down. Yeah, still waiting on this. They are gonna bring it out to measure. Fergus Falls Otters 10:36 left in the game, up 21-16 over Zimmerman. So a good game over in Fergus Falls on the Otters homecoming evening. So we'll get the measurement here. It looked from my sight that it was a little short, but we'll see how accurate I am on that one. Not very accurate because it is a 1st down. So that'll be a 1st down for the Rockets. So the run for Drew Evevold is enough. And the Rockets putting together a drive here with a few 1st downs. In fact, 3 1st downs so far in this drive, and they'll have it 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line. 9.5 minutes to play in the game. Rothsay 28, Underwood 6. Rockets scored a touchdown 59 seconds into the game. Well, they've been blanked since, but this has been their best drive since then. They've had 3 1st downs, and they're trying to get it into Tiger territory. Drew Evevold under center. And now there's some movement, and that's going to push the Rockets back. Rockets had some couple early false start penalties. Hadn't had one for a while, but that'll be a 5-yard penalty. That'll be their 7th penalty of the evening for 65 yards. And that'll move the ball back to the 42. So 2nd and 15 or 1st and 15, excuse me, for Underwood. High formation here again. Handoff right up the middle. Looks like it's Levi Evelvold. Be a minimal gain there. Picked up about a yard before all the blue jerseys pushed him back. The Tigers in on the tackle. Ryan Metzger, Dawson Leabo, Easton Court as well in there. Yeah, no gain on the play on that one. So 2nd down and 15 here for Underwood. 8.5 minutes to play in the game. Also, scoring update. We'll get you an update from Ashby here as well in a moment. 2nd and 15 for the Rockets. And there's the pitch moving left. It's Beskey. Tripped up, brought down. Looks like no gain again. So that'll bring up a 3rd down and 15. Quentin Beskey, 7 carries, 11 yards. Yeah, it's Beskey and Mason Christensen have the most yards rushing for the Rockets. It's just been a struggle on the ground, 11 yards each. And I have 32 total yards of rushing for the Rockets in this one tonight. So 3rd down and 15. The receivers out right are Resch and Hunter Peterson. 2-back set. Evelvold back to throw. Across the middle. Goes through the hands of Resch and incomplete. So that'll bring up a 4th down, 4th and 15 for Underwood. I don't know if they might be inclined to go for it here with the deficit at all. And Drew Evelvold, he's the quarterback and the punter. He's in a punt formation right now. Of course, this would be a time you have your quarterback as the punter if you wanted to try something here. Down big with 7:25 to play. So here's Evelvold. He takes the snap. He will punt it down the right side, and a good punt. It goes out of bounds at about the 32-yard line. Placed it to try to get it out of bounds and keep it out of the hands of Mason Heidecker, who's been really, really good tonight, and they do keep it out of his hands. And Rothsay will take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line. So the scoring updates we have, well, it was West Central leading Ashby Brandon Evansville at the half 6-0, but in the 4th quarter, Ashby Brandon Evansville has taken the lead. It's 14-12 in the 4th. And a good game like we mentioned before in Fergus Falls. The Otters are up on Zimmerman with 10.5 minutes to play. It's 21-16, so that one, a couple close games that are being covered on our sister stations. And then we did have a recent update. Hillcrest looks like they are in control at Border West, leading 28-6 in the 4th. Here's a 1st down handoff to Dawson Leabo up the middle across the 35 to about the 37-yard line. That's a pickup of around 5 yards on the play for Dawson Leabo. Tackle made by Evan Bond for Underwood. 2nd down and 5 coming up. Just under the 7-minute mark here now to play. And the Tigers, they can sure take their time here with the score and clock on their side. It'll be Phillips out wide left, 2 receivers right, including Heidecker wide right. Good to see him healthy and moving around. They fake the handoff. Metzger's going to keep it. He slips up and lost his balance and slipped on the grass. So that'll be a loss of a yard on the play with Metzger on the run. It'll be 3rd down and 5 or 6. So 3rd down and 5. And we're now under the 6-minute mark. Metzger getting instructions from the coaching staff. Tigers closing in on their 2nd win of the season, their 2nd consecutive win. They go two receivers right, Phillips to the left, back to passes Metzger. He wants Phillips down the sideline looking for a big play. What a catch by Phillips. Is he in bounds? Yes, he is. Beautiful catch by Phillips. A great throw by Metzger. And that's a big gainer down the sideline. That looks like it's about a 26-yard reception for Wesley Phillips. Man, he is a good player. And Phillips now, I got him 5 receptions for 59 yards in this one. And that will keep the clock moving and the drive going for Rothsay, as Metzger will work out of the shotgun on 1st and 10 from the Underwood 37 handoff. That's up the middle. That is Cadle with it. That's a first down run inside the 25 to about the 24, 23-yard line. That's a 13-yard run for Asher Cadle. His 3rd carry of the game is a good one. And we approach the 5-minute mark here in the game. 5:10 to play. And Rothsay taking their time, letting that clock go. Heidecker goes wide right. Phillips wide left. Slot left is Brennan Court. It's Cadle in the backfield. Metzger out of the shotgun. They hand it off to Cadle. Up the middle he goes. He's got a little room to work with. Approaches the 20-yard line. A good run of 4 or 5 yards for Cadle. Yeah, maybe it wasn't quite as. We'll give Cadle 4 yards on that run. 2nd down and 6. Caden Schmieg with a tackle for Underwood. So 4:22 to play in the game. 28-6. Rothsay in control here with a 2nd down and 6. 2 receivers left, and it is Heidecker out to the right. Back in the backfield is Leobo, and he will get the ball. He goes up the middle and works his way down near the 10-yard line. That's going to be a first down, as the run game is really picking up here now for the Rothsay Tigers, wearing down the Rockets a bit. As that goes down to about the 10, and that'll be a 10-yard gain. Leobo closing in on 100 yards. I got him unofficially for 91 yards rushing on 15 carries. So first, is it 1st and goal? Well, not quite. It's first and 10 with the ball just shy of the 10-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Leobo in the backfield. Metzger out of the shotgun, hands it off to Leobo, working his way up the middle, stays on his feet, gets down, I believe, inside the 5. Yep, another, gets to about the, maybe about the 5-yard line, a 6-yard run for Leobo. I got him 3 yards shy of 100. So we are right at the 3-minute mark to play here in the game. And the Tigers just happy to keep moving the ball, milk the clock up 28-6. Metzger gets his instructions, hustles into the huddle. And it's 2nd down and 4 with the ball just shy of the Underwood 4-yard line. So they can get a first down. The first down would be at the half-yard line at best. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Metzger hands it off. It's Cadle. He'll go up the middle. He's got room, and he's into the end zone for the Rothsay Tiger touchdown. So Asher Cadle gets into the scoring act. That's a 4-yard touchdown run. And that makes the score 34-6. Rothsay with the lead, 2:24 to play in the game. And the Tigers will go for 2. Cadle remains in the backfield. Metzger out of the shotgun like he has been doing all night. He's got 2 receivers left. Heidecker to the right. It's Cadle again up the middle. He's got room. He's into the end zone. And Asher Cadle got the touchdown, and he got the 2-point conversion. And that makes the score 36-6, Rothsay with the lead on our Park Region scoreboard. So we'll take a break. We'll be back with the ensuing kickoff in 30 seconds.
Lake Region Healthcare is proud to be trusted and recommended by parents and coaches, athletes, and families. Keeping healthcare close to home for local athletes and all their fans. Find us online at lrhc.org.
Every team has a home field advantage. Make yours the internet from Park Region. With speeds that keep up with the pace of the game and the reliability to never miss a play, you'll always be connected. Get the internet that's always in your corner. Park Region, your home team's internet advantage.
And back here, 2:24 to play in the game. And all Tigers here, they're up 36-6. As they just finished off an impressive drive. Asher Cato, a 4-yard touchdown run. And it'll be the Tigers kicking away. We're back to receive Hunter Peterson along with Brock Resch for Underwood. And kicking it away for Rothsay will be Evan Peterson. He approaches, lets it go. A sidewinding kick is fielded at about the 33-yard line and bringing it up to about the 38 on the far sideline in front of the Underwood sideline. It looked like, yeah, on the return, it was Brock Lanou. And Asher Cato with the tackle. So Underwood, well, it looks like they'll mark it at the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Rockets at their own 40-yard line with 2:21 to play. With 7 minutes to play in Fergus Falls, the Otters are still up on Zimmerman. 21-16 is the score there. No more updates from Border West or Ashby. Ashby, Brandon, Evansville leading West Central area 14-12. Hillcrest up on Border West, our last update, 28-6 in the fourth quarter. So it looks like a new quarterback for the Rockets. Austin Sem going to get some reps at the quarterback spot. Austin Sem dishes it over, far side on the carry, and a tackle made after a good positive yardage. Kaysen Leroy with the run, so the Rockets getting some new personnel, some reps. Good run there by Leroy, and that'll be a 6-yard run for Kaysen. 5'11" freshman Kaysen Leroy, and it'll be second down and 4, as we're now inside of 2 minutes to play in this one. Austin Sem, he's a sophomore, 5'4", 105-pound quarterback. And he moves to his right. He's going to step up and run with it, and gets about a yard on the play. Tackle made there by James Stockinger. So a 1-yard run there for Austin Sem, and it'll be 3rd down and 3 as the Rockets have it at their own 47-yard line. Clock continues to move here. We're at 1:15 to play in the game. So 3rd and 3. Rockets getting organized in the huddle. Underwood will be at home next week against Hancock. Rothsay will host Border West here in Rothsay coming up next week. Also have some Rothsay volleyball on Tuesday. In fact, it's Underwood at Rothsay in a volleyball matchup. We'll have a coverage on that on Real Rock Z103 on Tuesday. There's the 3rd down play. Handoff. There's going to be, it's going to be enough for a 1st down for the Rockets on the carry that time. It was Gavin Baez with the run. That's a 4-yard gain, and that'll move the chains and bring it to the 49-yard line of Rothsay. We're now at 39 seconds to go. We might be maybe 1 or 2 more plays here in this one. Rockets quickly up to the line of scrimmage. They pitch it moving to the left and wrapped up and brought down for a loss in the backfield on that pitch. It went to Landon Herrig. It's like a loss of a couple. So 2nd and 12. Colin Jacobs in the tackle for Rothsay. 10 seconds to go. and potentially the last play of the game here. And Sem quickly under center, takes the snap, goes back to pass, swing pass right side. That's complete at the 49, cutting back to about the 42-yard line. And the tackle is made after a 9-yard reception. Gavin Baez with the reception, and that'll be the final play of the game. Austin Sem gets a completed pass. And that'll do it here from Rothsay. Our final score on our Park Region Service Beyond the Connection scoreboard. It's Rothsay 36 and Underwood 6th. Rockets fall to 1-3 on the year. Rothsay have won a couple in a row here. They even their record out at 2-2. So it is time for our post-game report. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll go over the scoring plays. We'll go over the stats and also name our quality player of the game, sponsored by Quality Toyota and Lake Country Graphics. So take a break and back with our post-game show in just a moment.
Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls and Grand Forks is your shopping stop for America's 3 favorite truck brands, Ford, Ram, and GMC. Whether you're towing, hauling, or just enjoying the open road, we have a truck for you. Half, 3/4, and 1 ton, there's a truck for every job. Stop and visit or shop any of our stores at NelsonAutoCenter.com. Nelson Auto Center, Fergus Falls and Grand Forks.
At Underwood Insurance, your peace of mind is their priority. From home to auto, farm to commercial, they've got you covered with unbeatable rates and personalized plans. Call 826-6772 or stop by their Main Street office in Underwood. Get your quote today, and remember, go Rockets!
Midwest Printing in Fergus Falls is proud to support our local high school sports teams. From big business projects or even just a few flyers, they've got you covered with quality printing and personal service. Call Midwest Printing in Fergus Falls.
What's your number?
We drove 25 miles to get a great deal at Quality Toyota.
I drove 7 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
At Ashby Public Schools, excellence is our tradition. Small school, big impact, lasting legacy. We nurture talents through academics, athletics, and community service. Experience the Ashby difference. Visit ashby.k12.mn.us.
Lake Region Healthcare is proud to be trusted and recommended by parents and coaches, athletes, and families. Keeping healthcare close to home for local athletes and all their fans. Find us online at lrhc.org.
Chevy Truck Month is back at Minnesota Motor Company in Fergus Falls. To celebrate, customers can take advantage of finance offers like 2.9% APR, price reductions, trade assistance, customer cash, and more. Contact the sales team for information and visit the Minnesota Motor Company website to view their impressive inventory. Together, let's drive.
Minnesota Motor.
South Pebble Lake Road, Fergus Falls.
At Underwood Insurance, your peace of mind is their priority. From home to auto, farm to commercial, they've got you covered with unbeatable rates and personalized plans. Call 826-6772 or stop by their Main Street office in Underwood. Get your quote today, and remember, go Rockets!
Welcome back here. It's our post-game show, and a victorious night for the Rothsay Tigers on their homecoming evening. They defeat the Underwood Rockets tonight. Final score 36-6. On our Park Region scoreboard. And let's go over the scoring plays here. And the Rockets struck quickly, and after that, it was all Tigers after that. As Underwood, after the opening kickoff, they ran one play from scrimmage, and then quickly it was a beauty of a play. The play of the night for the Rockets. Drew Evelvold found John Groner down the middle of the field, a 64-yard touchdown reception. The two-point conversion failed, 6-0. Underwood led at that point. After a couple dueling turnovers, the Tigers turned it over to Underwood, and then on the next play, Underwood turned it right back to Rothsay. The Tigers were able to capitalize, and it was Wesley Phillips who had a really nice night receiving for the Tigers, an 11-yard touchdown reception from Ben Metzger. The two-point conversion failed, and it was 6-6 at that point, and that's what the score was at the end of the first quarter. All tied up. Then the Tigers kept it going in the second quarter. Dawson Leobo, a 4-yard touchdown run 2-point conversion failed. 7:41 to play, second quarter. Rothsay leading 12-6. Then the Tigers, they had their most impressive drive towards the end of the second quarter. They were only given about a little less than a minute and a half to work with, but Ben Metzger drove down the field, did a great job. I mentioned before, he spread it around to three different receivers on that drive, Phillips and Easton Court and Mason Heidecker, and it ended with a Mason Heidecker 7-yard touchdown reception. And this time the 2-point conversion connected with Easton Court, and the halftime score, Rothsay led 20-6. Rothsay scored quickly to start the third quarter to really extend their lead. Dawson Leobo mentioned had a hard time finding room in the first half. He had a great second half. He had he got it going with a 43-yard touchdown run. And the 2-point conversion connected with a Brennan Court 2-point reception. 28-6 was the score. That was a score at the end of the third. And then the Tigers, a nice drive late in the game, milking the clock, moving the ball, and it ended with an Asher Cadle 4-yard touchdown run. Cadle also ran in the 2-point conversion. 36-6 was the score, and that ended up being our final score. 36-6 is where it's at as Rothsay improves to 2-2 on the year, and Underwood falls to 1-3. It's our post-game show continuing. We'll take another break. I'll add up the stats, see what we have for total statistics tonight with Underwood and Rothsay. Tigers win it 36-6. Back with more on our post-game in just a moment.
At Underwood Insurance, your peace of mind is their priority. From home to auto, farm to commercial, they've got you covered with unbeatable rates and personalized plans. Call 826-6772 or stop by their Main Street office in Underwood. Get your quote today, and remember, go Rockets!
What's your number?
I drove 113 miles.
And I drove 124 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
At Ashby Public Schools, excellence is our tradition. Small school, big impact, lasting legacy. We nurture talents through academics, athletics, and community service. Experience the Ashby difference. Visit ashby.k12.mn.us.
Every team has a home field advantage. Make yours the internet from Park Region. With speeds that keep up with the pace of the game and the reliability to never miss a play, you'll always be connected. Get the internet that's always in your corner. Park Region, your home team's internet advantage.
Lake Region Healthcare is proud to be trusted and recommended by parents and coaches, athletes, and families. Keeping healthcare close to home for local athletes and all their fans. Find us online at lrhc.org.
Where to eat, the ultimate culinary adventure, from signature dishes to chef recommendations.
As your food review professionals, you can find us at KBRFradio.com, the Fergus Now app, and on YouTube.
Tune in every first Friday of the month for new episodes.
Check us out, and we'll show you where to eat.
Midwest Printing in Fergus Falls is proud to support our local high school sports teams. From big business projects or even just a few flyers, they've got you covered with quality printing and personal service. Call Midwest Printing in Fergus Falls.
At Underwood Insurance, your peace of mind is their priority. From home to auto, farm to commercial, they've got you covered with unbeatable rates and personalized plans. Call 826-6772 or stop by their Main Street office in Underwood. Get your quote today, and remember, go Rockets!
And back here on our post-game show, Rothsay defeats Underwood in Little 8 high school 9-man football, 36-6, the final score. And let's go over some of the statistics. Positive yardage I had tonight with Rothsay at 360 total yards to 236 for Underwood. Let's break down the Tigers. 360 yards, 198 on the ground, 162 through the air. On the ground, Dawson Leobo really got it going in the second half. He ended up with 16 carries for 97 yards. He had a pair of touchdown runs in the game. Also on the ground, Ben Metzger, 9 carries for 48 yards. Asher Cadle, 5 carries, 27 yards, and a touchdown run. Easton Court, 3 carries for 25 yards, and Brennan Court had the one other carry for 1 yard. Ben Metzger, outstanding, throwing the ball, so efficient and accurate, 12 of 16 through the air for 162 yards and a pair of touchdown passes. His receivers were Wesley Phillips, 5 catches, 59 yards, and a touchdown reception. Mason Heidecker had 5 catches for 45 yards and a touchdown. Easton Court, 2 catches, 52 yards. And Brennan Court had 1 catch for 32 yards. I had the Tigers penalized 7 times for a total of 75 yards. They turned it over the one time with a fumble that the Rockets recovered in the first quarter. For Underwood, they had 236 total yards of offense. A lot of those yards were taken up on a couple of big plays. We mentioned the big play of the game for Underwood early was a 64-yard reception to John Groner. Overall, Drew Evelvold, I had him at unofficially 7 of 12 throwing the ball for 184 yards, and then Austin Sem came in and completed his only pass attempt for 9 yards. So it was 195 through the air for the Rockets, only 41 on the ground. The receivers for Underwood, John Groner, 2 catches, 84 yards, and a touchdown. Mason Christensen had the one big catch for 63 yards before he was stopped at the 1-yard line. 2 catches, 23 yards for Levi Evelvold. 2 catches, 9 yards for Hunter Peterson. And that is it on the receiving for the Rockets. As on the ground, they were led. It was a struggle on the ground for Underwood. 7 carries, 11 yards for Quentin Besky. 5 carries, 11 yards for Mason Christensen. Drew Evelvold, the 1 carry for 7 yards. Levi Evelvold, 4 carries, 3 yards. Kaysen Leroy, 1 carry for 6 yards. Gavin Baez, 1 carry for 4 yards. Austin Sim had 1 yard on 1 carry. And Landon Herrig, a couple yards lost on his only carry of the game. Yeah, I thought I missed a reception. I did miss a reception. Gavin Baez had one reception I missed there for 9 yards was the other one that I missed. The Rockets were penalized 7 times for 65 yards in the game. They turned it over twice, a couple of fumbles, both in the first half. Another notable statistic, the defensive side for Rothsay, they had 4 sacks in the game, a couple each for Easton Court and Dawson Leobo making an impact there as well. So our post-game show continues. We're going to take one final break. When we return, we'll name our Quality Player of the Game, sponsored by Quality Toyota and Lake Country Graphics, as Rothsay victorious on homecoming evening 36-6 over Underwood. We'll be back to wrap things up and name our Quality Player of the Game after this.
At Underwood Insurance, your peace of mind is their priority. From home to auto, farm to commercial, they've got you covered with unbeatable rates and personalized plans. Call 826-6772 or stop by their Main Street office in Underwood. Get your quote today, and remember, go Rockets!
Chevy Truck Month is back at Minnesota Motor Company in Fergus Falls. To celebrate, customers can take advantage of finance offers like 2.9% APR, price reductions, trade assistance, customer cash, and more. Contact the sales team for information and visit the Minnesota Motor Company website to view their impressive inventory. Together, let's drive.
Minnesota Motor.
South Pebble Lake Road, Fergus Falls.
At Ashby Public Schools, excellence is our tradition. Small school, big impact, lasting legacy. We nurture talents through academics, athletics, and community service. Experience the Ashby difference. Visit ashby.k12.mn.us.
Every team has a home field advantage. Make yours the internet from Park Region. With speeds that keep up with the pace of the game and the reliability to never miss a play, you'll always be connected. Get the internet that's always in your corner. Park Region, your home team's internet advantage.
Midwest Printing in Fergus Falls is proud to support our local high school sports teams. From big business projects or even just a few flyers, they've got you covered with quality printing and personal service. Call Midwest Printing in Fergus Falls.
What's your number?
We drove 5.2 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
I drove 7 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
At Underwood Insurance, your peace of mind is their priority. From home to auto, farm to commercial, they've got you covered with unbeatable rates and personalized plans. Call 826-6772 or stop by their Main Street office in Underwood. Get your quote today, and remember, go Rockets!
And we're back here at our post-game show with Rothsay defeating Underwood 36-6, the final on homecoming night for the Tigers. And it's time to name our Quality Player of the Game, sponsored by Quality Toyota and Lake Country Graphics. For screen printing and embroidery on custom apparel with the best in personal service around, contact Lake Country Graphics. They're located at 1223 North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Call 998-4027. That's 998-4027. A lot of good performances tonight on the Rothsay side in this victory. You could look at players like Dawson Leobo, 97 yards, a pair of touchdowns, and a couple of sacks. Easton Court, a couple big receptions, 2 catches, 52 yards. Some good job on the ground, a couple of sacks. I think tonight though we're going to go with the quarterback, junior Ben Metzger. He was really impressive throughout the night, whether it was using his legs, whether it was using his arm. He really engineered what I thought the key stretch of the game was when the score was 12-6. The Rockets had to punt it away, and the Tigers had about a little less than a minute and a half to work with. And Metzger, I can't remember exactly how many passes completed. It must have been 5 or so passes, maybe 5 or 6 down the field to 3 different receivers, and ended up finding Mason Heidecker for a touchdown pass right before the half ended to open up the lead. And that really kind of gave a lead, and allowed Rothsay to take total control. And I thought Metzger made good decisions, threw the ball, ran well, just did a great job leading his team tonight. He had 162 yards passing, 12 of 16 through the air with a pair of touchdown passes. He also had 48 yards rushing on 9 carries. Ben Metzger, the junior quarterback, he's tonight's Quality Player of the Game, sponsored by Quality Toyota and Lake Country Graphics. So just a reminder, next week Underwood is home against Hancock. Rothsay will be at home again against Border West. Some scoring updates tonight. The Fergus Falls Otters, they also won in their homecoming night. They defeated Zimmerman. Final score ended up being 27-16. They got a touchdown late in the game to ice that one. Also, Ashby Brandon Evansville beats West Central Area at home 22-12. And then, like we mentioned before, the last update I got from Wheaton, it was Hillcrest leading Border West in the fourth quarter, 28-6 was the score there. Looked like the Comets were in control. Just a reminder, it's homecoming at M State, and we'll have some Spartan football on the air tomorrow. Bob Roars will be covering the Spartans on channel 977. And then on Tuesday, we'll have volleyball that will be live streamed and on the radio. In fact, we'll have Underwood at Rothsay, just like tonight, on Real Rock Z103, and also be live streamed on the KBRF YouTube station and the Fergus Now app. That'll be with Mark Johnson, 7 o'clock pregame, 7:15 start. Also, it'll be Hillcrest at Ashby. I'll be over at Ashby for that one right here on KJ Country with a 7 o'clock pregame, 7:15 start to that one. So thanks, everyone, for joining us, as that'll do it for us here tonight. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast in the live stream. And thanks so much to Dave Bishop for everything he does with setting everything up to make this live stream possible. And hope you enjoyed, whether you're listening on the air or watching on the live stream. We appreciate you tuning in. Final score on our Park Region Service Beyond the Connection scoreboard: Rothsay 36, Underwood 6. For Dave Bishop, this is Jason Retzloff signing off from Rothsay School. We thank you for listening and watching to high school football right here on KJ Country.
Thank you for joining us for a special presentation of KBRF Radio Sports Video Streaming. Tonight's game is proudly brought to you by Park Region and your Park Region telephone scoreboard, Lake Region Healthcare and your Lake Region Healthcare timeouts, Minnesota Motor Company and your Minnesota Motor Company halftime show, Nelson Auto Center and your Nelson starting lineups, Quality Toyota and your Quality Toyota player of the game, Midwest Printing, Running Stitches Embroidery, Ashby Schools, and by Underwood Insurance Agency. Thank you for joining us for the sports presentation. You can find this game and others by going to KBRFradio.com, the KBRF Radio YouTube channel,